All right. Shalom, everybody, again. We are ready in English this time. Good. Too bad you guys don't understand Arabic. It was a hilarious. I don't want to call it a debate, actually. It was funny and silly. Those Shia are so doomed. Let us share the link together. You know, people don't. They did not maybe recognize that I am back live on English. They might think I'm still now in Arabic. All right. Is Perfect Dawa back, or he's out? He's out, huh? Yeah, coward. He remember who I am, you know. I think in the beginning he did not notice where he is. So he was sitting playing in the ground. But the second we put him in the stage and we said Perfect Dawa is here, this guy, if you remember him, he went to debate like other channels like David Wood, etc. And there he can play games as much as he want because he don't speak Arabic. But with me, I made him hummus, literally. You know, you can watch his conversation with me, Perfect Dawa, and then you will see what happened. Yeah, even he lied. He lied. I asked him for interpretation for the Quran. He gave me the founder of Mujahidi Khalq, which is an opposition for Iran government. And this guy is not even religious. He don't have a book for the Quran. I mean, this is how trashy this person is. He lies saying that he accept the interpretation of this guy when this guy never wrote a book about Islam. All right. If we have any Muhammadan would like to join us, we are live in Rumble and in YouTube and in Discord. And the question why it is that Islam is the only true religion. Why? I want to know. We have this guy was calling names. Let's invite him. Let us see what he wants. He's a Muslim, but he is angry. Come to the stage. Let us see what you have. You don't want to come? Potato. I don't see any Muslim. His hands up. I invited this guy, Pythagoras. I'm losing my voice. I forgot to change the name of the Discord. It's in Arabic. There's a way to change it without closing, guys? There's a way to change it without closing the Discord and start a new one? Or I have to close, get out, and come back in Discord? Any answer? I guess I have to change it, maybe. I have to close it. Let us see. All right. Betha Gross, you are a Muslim? Are you a Muslim?
Well, me, actually, yes, technically I'm still a Muslim, but like my friend recommended me to come here because apparently you're very smart and I had a question on Christianity.
But are you a
Someone
Muslim
didn't
or not?
answer.
Are you a Muslim or not?
I don't know yet. I was Muslim, but now I'm still studying. But I don't know. I
So
had a
what do you
question
think?
on Christianity. But
So what do you think about Muhammad?
I don't know, man.
What do you mean you don't know? He's
Like
good, he's
I'm sort of
bad, he
like,
is false. What do you think?
well, for now I'm thinking he's like, I don't know. He thought he was a prophet, but I'm not sure.
So
Maybe
you
he is a
you're a
prophet.
Muslim. So why you don't say you are a Muslim? Okay, you're a Muslim then.
Okay, listen.
I'm listening.
I said I'm still studying. So
I
I
know you
came
are
here because
studying. You see, Muslims here, they come and they make themselves they are not Muslims, so I will not ask them about Islam. It's a form of protection. So you like you come to the stage, you
oh
say,
my God.
I am searching, I
I'm
am
not doing that.
studying, I am not
I'm
sure,
not
so
doing
I will
that.
not ask you about Islam. The
No,
whole
no,
idea, we know. So now what do you want to say? Go ahead.
no. I had a question. That's it.
Uh-huh.
So my question is second. Well, basically, if we were to like uh look at the side chat, you would know that like we would infer from like basic modal logic that the Trinity seems to be contingently true, and that which is
You are so funny. What is the Trinity? What? Tell me about the Trinity. Tell me.
the Trinity is gonna be contingently true, and that which is contingently true can be ascribed.
Abdul. So your mother, when she slept with your father, did they have you? Did they have you? Did they have you, or
Yeah,
you are you are made by the neighbor?
no. Well, listen. Basically,
So no,
X is
hold on,
gonna be
hold on.
contingent if and only
So
if. No, listen, listen. X is gonna be contingent if
in
and
your
only if.
family, in your household, how your father he was one, plus a woman she is one, made three, which is you. Can you explain to me?
Yeah, it's gonna be through the process of procreation. Do you want me to like explain to you? So when a man
No,
loves a
no.
woman,
How that happened? How that
when a
happened?
mommy loves a
How
daddy,
that
yeah,
happened?
I'll tell you.
How that happened?
I'll
How that
tell
happened?
you, bro. I'll tell
We
you.
just
I'll tell
said
you, bro.
one plus one.
I'll tell you.
So
I'll tell
now
you
it
how.
is
I'll tell you
not.
how.
So now you
I'll tell you
understand.
how. I'll tell you how.
Hold on. Just to
So
show you how silly
so when
you
a
are.
mommy loves a daddy, no, no, I'll
So
explain to you.
now you are
So when a
saying it
mommy
is
loves a
not
daddy, when a
mathematic.
mommy loves a
No,
daddy,
look what you did. So now it is not mathematic. It is a process. So now how come you're a hypocrite? You admit that a human being,
how am I a
one
hypocrite?
plus one plus one can make three, but you don't accept that God can be three and one at the same time. It's not mathematics.
Okay, but for listen, for the guy in the side chat who asked for the variables, I literally gave you
Don't speak
fucking
so fast.
retard.
Don't speak so
I
fast.
defined T as
Don't
Trinity.
speak so
The
fast.
other, the other.
Slowly.
Listen. Okay,
Don't speak so
okay.
fast.
I'm calm down. I'm
I
coming.
will not
So
understand
basically,
you.
like,
I will not
if you
understand.
the rest are just like modal operators and like basic first order predicate logic.
As
King
a,
Kyrie, you fucking retard.
Mr.
Also,
Logic, Mr.
like,
Logic.
we have like,
No,
listen. You have like a
Mr.
sharmuta.
Logic, Mr.
You have a
Logic, Mr.
sharmuta in your
Logic,
audience.
Mr.
There's a
Logic. Okay,
there's a
Mr. Logic, Mr.
there's a
Logic.
fucking there's a Zionist here. Yo,
Hold
Bella,
on,
you're a
Mr.
fucking whore.
Logic.
She's a Zionist. She's a Zionist.
When we say Allah, is Allah logical?
Alhamdulillah.
What is the question? Is Allah logical?
Yes, Allah's logical,
So
connected to
Allah have a chair. Why have a chair? What is the logic of Allah having chair? He
No,
sit
no,
on
no.
it.
I'm Maturidi. I don't believe Allah has a chair. A'udhu billah.
Allah
A'udhu
have a
billah
hand.
from those who
Allah
say
have
Allah
a
has a chair.
hand. Why have a
Yeah,
hand?
no. I hold Allah as pure existence. Allah's going to be identical to Allah's sifat. So Allah is his hand.
Don't speak so fast. Okay, hold on. Okay, in the Quran, Allah He says that the sun set in a muddy, boiling water. Is that logical?
I could just like negate your interpretation of the text. So I would just
Give me
like
the
posit some
interpretation.
sort of
Give me your interpretation. Go ahead.
yeah, sure. So
Uh,
if I were to hold to some sort of like like some sort of theory of truth which just posits that like certain propositions can be true without inferring something in reality, and it's gonna be the case that I can interpret this verse as being like making like true propositions, and yet these propositions still wouldn't correspond to reality. So I basically I can say, I don't know, Batman's parents died, and that would still be a true proposition, but Batman doesn't exist in reality.
Guys, anyone understand what this guy said? Allah He said, the sun set. He found the sunset. This is not a parable. This is not a metaphorical. This is not a story of fiction. It is He found. He reached a place. He reached the sitting place of the sun. He found the sun sitting in a spring of black muddy water. I will go with your logic. Where is
Okay,
he
well, first
reached?
off,
Listen. He reached the sitting place of the sun. Where is that located?
okay, listen. Logically speaking, this is logically possible. I think you mean nomalogically impossible, which is completely different sense of modality.
This is logically
Yeah, it
possible.
is nomalogically.
This is logically
It's
possible.
yes, it's logically possible, but it's
Why?
nomalogically impossible because it doesn't entail some sort of contradiction.
What do you
Do you
mean?
understand how like logical contingency works?
Where we can find the sitting place of the sun?
By the way, 1 second. For the guy who's asking me, I'm confused.
Don't change topic. Don't change
How I
topic. Don't change
Shaggy.
topic. Focus
No,
with me.
I'll reply
Focus
to
with
you.
me.
I'll
Focus with me.
reply to
Don't
you.
try to change topic. I know you're trying to change the topic to escape.
I'm not trying to change
Where
the
is the
topic.
sitting place of the sun, Mr. Logic?
The setting place of the sun? I don't know. I'm agnostic on that proposition.
You're agnostic?
I'm agnostic on that proposition.
In that proposition. Okay, now let me tell you something. I play football in your case. I will kick your ass out of here if you don't answer me. So, where is the sitting place of the sun?
Are you gonna like disrespect me, you fucking faggot? Don't ever disrespect me again.
You see,
But
you
like,
are a scumbag, trashy. Your mother, she was a whore. This is why you speak in such a language. You just brought insult to yourself and to your mama. You see the filthy, trashy Mohammedan? They want to speak about logic and they speak about mathematics. But, you know, mathematics doesn't goes for living being. A man plus a woman, they make a baby. What is the mathematics? This is not mathematics. Then he says it's a process. Okay. Well, if man plus a woman, 2, can be 3, how about God, who is above all logic? Can God be 3 and 1? If I say I cannot be 3 and 1, I'm talking about myself. If I say God cannot, that means God cannot be God. The second you say God cannot, that means God cannot be God. So you are just a trashy trying to, you know, speak rubbish, and we give you what you deserve. We have Malik. Malik, he have nothing but video of Mimi Hijab. He come back every day. He talk about Mimi Hijab. How are you doing, Malik?
I am very good.
How is Mimi Hijab doing?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Mimi Hijab, he posts in Facebook asking a Muslim imam to suck his wife boobs. Do you support him in that?
I don't know, but
What do you mean? Show respect, man.
I don't know.
This is your guy. He go to a Muslim sheikh. He said to him, I want to suckle your wife a breast.
Just this topic.
What this
I don't
topic?
want to talk about
What you want to, what you want to talk about? What?
this topic
Which one?
until when he reached the setting place of the sun.
Oh, you want to explain this one? Malik, he can do it, by the way. Malik is the best. Forget. Okay, go ahead, Malik.
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna do my best.
No, don't do your
Who
best.
reached-
No. I cannot
Who-
handle it. No, this is too much for me. Please, be normal. Don't the best. The best is too much for me. You break me pieces. Come on, just have mercy, man. We can't even handle you. Not the best. Just normal, you know, please. So we can understand. Go ahead.
But
What
this
but?
is what that guy found it setting. It is not that Allah found the setting in place. You understand what I mean?
Okay, so if Allah is speaking about Christian Prince, he says he went to the bedroom and then he found a cat on his bed. Is Allah telling a lie, or Allah is saying the truth about what I found?
No. He talks. How do you say that? In Arabic, it's a grammatic.
In Arabic, do you know Arabic, Malik?
Yes, a little bit. Yes.
Huh? The guy, he know Arabic now. Okay, read it for me in Arabic. Go, Mister. Are you going to open this translation? You are trying,
No,
huh?
I see the screen. No, I see the screen. No. I see the screen.
Open the Quran from your side.
Allah explain what he experienced. You understand? What the guy experienced.
He experienced the sun setting in murky water.
Yes.
How?
That is what.
How he
That
experienced
is
that?
what he.
So this experience is a false experience or true experience?
That is what Zulqarnain experienced.
Is that a
That
false
he-
experience
the
or
sun-
this is a real experience? Abdul, the one is talking
That
is
is-
Allah. The one is talking is Allah. He said, I will tell you about him. He keep walking. He keep walking.
This is the word.
We gave him
This
power.
is
We
the-
established for him an earth. And he follow away.
This
Who's talking? Allah. And then he keep going until now Zulqarnain did not say anything. Nothing. Until when he reached the sitting place of the sun. Who's talking? Allah. Where is the sitting place of the sun, Malik?
We don't know. Only Allah knows.
I told you, don't be hard on me,
Yes.
man. This is too much. I
I
cannot
don't
handle
know.
it. What do you mean Allah knows? Where is the sun sitting place?
But okay, wait. What do you think that means? What do you think that means?
I don't know. You tell me. You are the Abdul. I'm not Abdul. Nobody understand the Quran. Stupid book. There is
If
no
I read,
sitting. There is
if I
no
read
sitting
this,
place
I
on the
think
sun.
if
Listen,
I
listen.
read this,
I am sitting in my bed. I am sitting in my bed.
If
The sun set every day
I
in my bed.
wait,
So now I do not go
if
anywhere.
I read this,
I do not need to go
can I explain
anywhere.
or not? Can I explain or not? If I read this,
Uh,
I think he walked somewhere like a sunset, like by like the beach. If you walk by the beach and you see the sunset, the
uh,
sun going down,
uh-huh.
it looks like the sun is very near of you, very near.
Uh-huh.
It looks like that,
Uh-huh.
but the sun is million kilometers of away from us.
Oh,
It
that far?
yes. So the
Okay.
Dhul Qurnayn, when he saw that, it looks for him like it was very near, like it was that he experienced like that.
So Allah, when He
What
said
is
He
it?
found, Allah is stupid because He did not find that. He thought.
The setting place, like the sunrise, like the when
No, 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 no,
the
Abdul,
sun
Abdul,
goes
Abdul.
up and down.
Allah, He did
That
not
is
say.
that is
Allah, He did not
that is what
say. He
I
did not
think.
say.
That is what I think
Zulqarnain,
that
He thought the sun's. And by the
yeah.
way, you said to me, beach. Where is the beach?
I gave it could also be
Shame on you.
in
Shame on
the
you. You go to the beach to
it
look to
could,
women bikini, don't you? Why you are talking about the beach? Where
I
is the
just gave
beach in the
it
verse? Do you
could
see a
it
beach
could
here?
also
Do,
be
do you see a beach in the verse? Do you see the word sea? Do you see
you
the word
know
sea?
that
Do you see the word sea?
you know that if you are in the Middle East there is only sand and there is nothing there
In the
that time,
in
huh?
the Middle
In
East,
that
there's
time
nothing there.
there was nothing there.
What do you mean?
What?
In the Middle East, there's nothing there.
In that time there was not buildings like
Uh huh.
roads and buildings
Uh huh.
and
What
so it was
what does have to
it
do with
is
my question? So if there's a
if you
building, so
go
now
listen
I have a
if you
building
go
in my
to a
town.
desert
I
listen
have a
if you
building
go
in my
to a
town, but the
desert
sun set here too. What building have to do with
if you
this?
go
So listen.
if
It
you go
says, okay,
listen if you go to a
he
desert
reached a location. That location is where the sun set. Do you see it? This is not he thought. Allah is talking now. He reached the sitting place of the sun. I ask you, where is the sitting place of the sun? You said only Allah knows. What do you mean?
yeah uh, if I read this I think that he was somewhere where the sun was very near of him
No, 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 no,
like
no,
he
no, 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 no,
experienced
no,
like
don't jump, don't jump. Sitting place of the sun. There's a sitting place. There's a place according
setting.
to the
I
Quran.
don't know.
There's a
I don't know
specific
what.
location
I don't
where
know
the
the
sun.
Arabic
Okay.
word of setting. I don't know the
Do you
Arabic.
believe that the sun
I don't
goes
know the Arab. What is the Arabic word of setting?
shitting?
Give me the Arabic word of
I just told
setting.
you sitting, shitting. It's the same. What do you mean? This is your Muslim translation. And you said to me you
I
know
know.
Arabic.
Okay. It
Why you need
it
now
is
to?
from Arabic.
Isn't it you who said to me you
It
know
is from
Arabic?
Arabic. It is from Arabic to English. So it will
What? No way. The Quran is from Arabic to
always lose
English?
his. It will always lose his the the
Malik. When we read Arabic,
yes
we read it from right to left or from left to right?
right to left.
From right to left. Okay.
Yes.
So here it says حتى إذا بلغ مغرب الشمس وجدها تغرب في عين حامية. Until he reached the sitting place of the sun, he found it sitting in a spring of boiling water. Where is the boiling
Yes, he
water? Where we
found it.
can find the
He
boiling
found it.
water
He
spring?
found it. He found it. He, from his experience, it
Uh-huh.
looks like it is from his experience, not from Allah's experience. That is
No,
not
no,
what
no,
Allah says.
no, my
It
friend.
says
There's
that
no experience here.
Allah,
There's no experience. Allah said that
he found it.
there is a
Who?
sitting place of the
Not
sun.
Allah found it. Not Allah found it, but Dhul Qurnayn found it.
Okay.
Just
Who understand the
Allah.
Quran better, Muhammad or Malik?
Allah knows the Quran better. Yes.
Okay, Allah, he knows the Quran. I'm talking about Muhammad. I didn't say Allah. Do you see this flying elephant, Malik?
Yes.
Okay, you better take your seat
But
because soon you will fly.
what you said.
So now
Wait.
so
What
now
you said.
answer
Wait.
now answer me.
Wait
So
1
now
second.
answer me. Who
I
knows?
will answer. Wait.
Who
1
knows?
second.
Who
You said.
knows?
You said.
Who
Wait. You
knows?
said.
Who knows the
You
Quran?
said.
Who knows the
Wait.
Quran better, you or Prophet Muhammad?
The Prophet.
All right. Let us see what Muhammad said. You see my screen?
Yes, I see. But while
Don't
you're
don't butt me.
searching,
Don't
I
butt
just
me.
wanted to say,
Don't butt me.
relax.
Don't butt me. Here we go. This is your prophet saying that the sun set in a muddy spring of water. Here we go. Why you are lying to me? Apologize. Or take the hike on the elephant, which was a flying. Now what? You will say your prophet is an idiot? He's talking about his experience too?
I don't know what's the explanation of this hadith.
Even this one need
What,
explanation?
of course, of everything you need
Okay, I want you to
explanation.
explain this one. There's a guy, his name is Malik. He sit in the toilet seat. He think it's an office. He write on the toilet seat his name, and then he sign with his private part. What do you mean explanation? This is, he says, I was sitting behind the messenger of Allah, riding a donkey while the sun was setting. He asked, do you know where this set? I replied, Allah and his apostle knows best. He said, it sets in a spring of warm water. Muhammad live in
Yes.
Mecca. He don't live in the beach, and there's no beach there. So what he meant by
And
saying
where is
it's set in a spring, by the way,
wait,
it's not warm,
wait,
it is boiling water.
where
Hamia.
and where wait and where is the sun?
Where is what?
Where is the sun?
Where is the sun?
Yes, where is it?
It's gone long time ago. This is 1400 years ago. He was riding in a
Yeah.
donkey. He saw that sun because that sun
Where
is different
is
the sun
the
today.
sun?
So he said to him, do you know where the sun
Where is
do
the
you know
sun?
where the sun set?
We as Muslims believe also that even the stars, even the sun, even the moon praise to Allah.
Allahu Akbar.
Yes,
Shish kebab.
yeah, Allahu Akbar. Yes,
But this is not the question. Abdul, this is
every
we are
creation.
not talking about
Listen,
if the sun is
wait,
praising Allah. This is why the sun, the Muslim sun stink.
wait,
But this is not the question.
wait,
He said the
wait.
sun, don't change topic. He said the sun set in a spring of warm water. So the Quran
Yes,
is not the Qurnain experiencing as you said. It is where it set really according to the Quran and to Allah teaching.
it sets in, but from.
Set from?
I think you don't. I think you don't understand the hadith.
Really?
Where is the sun? Where is the sun?
Hold on,
Is it in
Malik,
the?
Malik. Let me get a pen because I want to learn
Yeah,
from you. Let me take a note. Hold on.
I am.
Give me
I
a
am
second.
not a
I need a
teacher.
pen. No, I need a pen
I am
because
not a
I'm
teacher.
learning. Okay, start. Explain the hadith for us. Go ahead. Point number one.
And what? Okay, give me the explanations of the people that are very learned in
I
the.
just gave you the explanation of Muhammad. I asked you which one he knows.
Not your
I
not
said to
your
you,
explanation.
I said to you, who knows what the Quran mean? You or Muhammad? You said Muhammad. Here we go. This is Muhammad.
Give me the. Can you give me the hadith number?
The hadith number is 002030.
Ah,
What?
show me the hadith number, please.
Show me. Shame on you. Dirty. It's in front of you. Here we go.
The hadith. Wait 1 second. I'm gonna search it. Wait.
You want to search it?
Abu Dawood. Yes.
Seek respect. Don't say Abu Dawood. Abi Dawood. No respect. That's it. Abu Dawood is your friend. No Mr. No bless him. No Allah pray on him. What happened, Malik? Are you going to sleep on me now?
Wait 1 second.
1 second in Islam is 1 billion year.
I cannot find the explanation of this hadith, but
Even this one need
I don't know.
explanation?
I don't know.
Even this one need
Yes,
explanation, Malik? So now,
of course.
okay, so hold on. So now to explain the Quran, we need the hadith. We went to Muhammad. Muhammad explained the Quran. Muhammad is stupid. He cannot explain the Quran. Now we need explanation for the explanation. That's deep.
It's not deep. That's very normal. Let's
Normal.
we need to know what's the context of this hadith, where, why,
Even the context, what
what's
context? The guy was riding the donkey and Abu Dhar behind him. And he said to him, where the sun set? Even context, what context? Is it like a movie? It's the short story. The guy on the donkey. He asked the guy behind him, Muhammad, he said to him, do you know where is the sunset? The guy, because he's a mushrik, he said to him, Allah and apostle know best, because Muslims, they associate Allah knowledge with Muhammad knowledge. They are mushrikeen, kuffar, pagan. So I
But
replied,
you said
listen,
you said earlier that wait, you said earlier that a man and a woman need each other to make a baby, yeah, and that's why 3. But
no, I'm saying that this is not mathematics,
yeah,
because mathematics 1 plus 1 is going to be only 2, right? Not a 3. So if somebody want to use a stupid mathematics, he have to go by it all the time. So when we speak about living being, we don't talk about mathematics unless it is fit with the point. Like if I say there are 30 students on the room, there are 30. But when we speak about the outcome of 1 plus 1, not necessarily is going to be 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. It can be 3, it can be 10, it can be 20. A man marry a woman, they can be end with 50 kids. So you Muslims are hypocrite. In the case of my God, the Trinity is not about a husband and a wife. It's about God is God. So he can be 3 and 1. If you cannot, because you are Abdul, he is not. He's God.
okay.
But
But
look,
can he also
you're
be?
trying to change the
Can
topic.
he also
You're
be?
trying to change the
No,
topic,
no, no,
Malik.
no, no, no,
No,
no,
listen.
no. I'm not
So
gonna change.
now,
I'm not gonna change the
hold
topic.
on. We will
I'm
go
not.
back.
I am
We
not.
will go back to the Trinity. Listen. So my God, he can be
I,
3 and 1. Your God is busy making the sun sitting in a murky water.
can he also be 4 in 1?
Can I be what?
Can he also be 4 in 1?
God is, he is what he is. If he says I am 10 and
Can
1, he
he?
is 10
But
and 1.
can he? Can I just ask? Can he be 4 in 1?
He always can be whatever he wants. This is how he is. This is about can or cannot. God can do anything, but this is he is. This is not about can. He is not a transformer. So God is 3 and 1. I don't tell him what to be. I don't design him. He designed me. You Muslims, do you design Allah?
No,
No, you do. You are a liar.
no,
Okay.
that's not true.
Do Allah have a hand?
Yes,
How his hand look like?
I don't know. Only
See?
Allah
So
knows.
now you refuse. No. Muhammad, he said, Allah have 5 fingers. So why you are saying to me, I do not know?
I don't. You said to me.
Why
Do
you
you
don't
know
say,
how?
why you don't say what I know, Allah
You
have
asked me.
hands with 5 fingers? Okay. Do you agree Allah
But
have
I
5?
still don't know how it looks like.
Do you agree that
Still, I
Allah
don't know.
do you agree Allah have 5
Still,
fingers? Do you agree that he
I
has
don't.
5 fingers? No?
I don't know. If the prophets,
Uh-huh.
peace be upon him, said that,
Okay.
then yes.
Okay, then we know now the hand. Okay, he have his hand like mine. I have my hand have 5 fingers,
I don't.
except the right one, it have 6
Okay,
fingers.
wait.
Hmm.
Does a monkey has a hand
Allah is a monkey.
with
All
5
right.
fingers?
Good example.
Does a monkey has 5 fingers?
Exactly.
Does and you do you have 5 fingers?
No, I have 6.
You have 6. Does a normal person has 5 fingers?
Allah is not normal.
You.
I'm not
You are a
normal.
human being. You're
I'm
not.
not normal. Ask my mom.
Okay. Does your mother
Is
has five
Allah
fingers?
normal? Is Allah normal?
Does your mother has
Is
five
Allah
fingers?
normal?
Allah is the Almighty God.
Is he normal?
He is God.
No,
He's
he
not
have 5
normal.
hands. He have
He's
5
God.
fingers. Okay, didn't you just say to me the normal person? When you mention normal person, you are saying the one who have normal fingers. So Allah have 5
Yes.
fingers. Okay, Allah have 5 fingers. Monkey have 5 fingers.
Wait. Can you go to Surah Ikhlas? Can you show us Surah Ikhlas?
Which verse in that class?
Surah Ikhlas, you know it very good.
I don't know which one.
You know very good. Show us Surah Ikhlas.
Sort of class. That's it, without even a verse number. Which verse?
Ikhlas. If you type Ikhlas, then you will get it directly. It's maybe
I will. If I type sperm, that will work. Because all the Quran is about sperm. Okay.
Ikhlas is 112.
In this one, it says Allah have 5 fingers.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Read it for me.
In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the
Hold
most
on.
merciful.
Who is saying here in the name of Allah?
Allah.
You are a liar. This is not verse number 1. This is something the Muslim add to the Quran. You are a Muslim corrupting the Quran.
Oh, yes.
What?
But we always say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
False. You are a liar again.
But can you read it? Oh,
you are a
don't
liar
tell me.
again. Let me show you. Why you lie?
Oh, yes,
Why you lie? Okay, here we go. This is Quran where it says Bismillahir Rahman. You said always we say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Where we can find? Go ahead.
There is, but you're gonna change the topic.
No. You see, here you are talking to investigator. Listen. I used to be in the police. Okay.
We will go back.
I have a degree in law and I can be a judge. So now I'm asking you a question. You said, I asked you, why here it says in the name of Allah?
Wait.
Why it says in the name of Allah? Why it says in the name of Allah? You said always, Malik. You said always we say in the name of Allah. You're a liar.
Wait.
You are a liar. So admit you add this to the Quran, you corrupt the Quran. It's not verse number 1. It's not in the Quran.
We're gonna finish first
so now we agree that this is not in the real Quran. This is the corrupt Quran we have today. Okay, go. Now.
The description of Allah. Yes.
This is the description of Allah?
He is Allah, the one. Yes.
Where it says the one? Where it says the one?
He is Allah.
Where it says the one?
Where it says.
If you show me the one, I will shave my 20-meter beard.
Ahad.
Ahad is not one. Ahad is one off.
One off.
Huh? I will do this in the front of your eyes. Hold on. Malik, in the front of everybody. Here we go. People will see. I just copy the word. Hold on. I just copy the word as it is. I copy the word as it is.
You cannot. Listen, you cannot copy and paste.
Why not?
That is not how it works. Because that's not the Arabic grammatica. Yeah, but you know that. You know
it's not what?
It's not. You know very good.
The word ahad in the Quran appear many times, but none of them says one. It says one off. Look, it says here, وَمَا يُعَلِّمَانِ مِنْ أَحَدٍ. They did not teach any of anyone. So ahad means any of. Here, chapter 2, verse 136, it says, لَا نُفَرِّقُ بَيْنَ أَحَدٍ. We don't differentiate between any of them. Yes, it's the same. It's the same.
Not like ahad. No,
it's the same as ahad. Okay. I will show you only where it says ahad. Okay, is that fair, guys? Ahad.
No.
Okay.
And wait. You can only use ahad by Allah, by God. You know that, and I know that. Yes, you cannot. This listen. This tricks you can only use these tricks by people that
Abdul,
didn't
Abdul,
they don't
Abdul.
know
Do you
Arabic.
see
You
how many?
don't.
You
You
see
know
how
that.
many times the word
Ahad,
appear?
ahadun,
Okay,
ahadun,
listen, listen.
ahadun,
Okay,
ahad. You have
أحد
a lot of
أحد عشر أحد عشر أحد عشر. What does that mean?
ahadin,
What أحد عشر؟ أحد عشر؟
ahadin. You know
No.
that ahadin.
Do you
Don't
see it?
play. Don't
أحد
play with.
عشر
Don't
أحد
play.
عشر. Do you see it?
Ahada,
أحد عشر. Okay. So
ahada.
yeah, because of
That
the
is
location
different. You know. Listen.
here
A
it's in
word.
the middle of the
Listen.
sentence.
Wait,
There
wait.
it is the last word.
Every Arabic word is very rich. It's very rich. You
Okay,
know that.
hold on.
Every
Okay.
word can have
ما من
20 meanings.
hold on. Okay.
Every
So
Arabic word can
hold
have
on, hold on,
20
hold on,
meanings.
hold on,
You
hold
know
on.
that, and I
Okay.
know that.
If do you see here what it says? What it says here?
Ahad.
This is أحد.
You know that. Yes.
What is that?
Look above.
It's a
What is
stop, right?
above the
Is that
da? Da. Above the da. Ahad. You know that. And before ahad,
uh-huh.
you see Allah. And it is always by Allah. It is
Okay,
always
okay.
one.
Listen, listen,
Ahad.
listen, listen,
And
listen.
that's the word ahad.
Listen, listen.
No, no, don't play with me.
Okay,
Don't
okay,
play with
okay,
the
okay,
word.
okay.
But
Why here? Why here it says the one if it is one?
the one, like he is the one.
But it doesn't say
There
that.
is no, there is
Where is
none,
hold
there
on,
is no
just to
two,
show you
there
how
is
you
no
Muslim
three,
you try
there
to
is no
cover up.
four.
Hold on.
God is
Where is
one.
the? Where is
Say God
the?
one.
Why you are adding the?
It's just the explanation.
No, no,
It
no,
is
no, no.
not
Okay, no, no, no.
the adding. This
I
is
will
a
go. I will go.
translation.
I will go with
Listen,
what you
wait.
said, guys. I will go
This,
with. I will
wait.
go with your
This
statement.
is,
He is
and
Allah
still,
one. No, 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 no. We will go with it.
and
How
wait,
in the
and this
Arabic?
is
How in the
still,
word we can
this
say He is Allah
is,
one?
this is a translation.
No.
What you
Where it
read, this
says He
is
is.
it.
Where it says He is one. It says
I
say
understand.
Allah one. Do that make
Okay,
sense?
okay, wait. You are you speak Arabic or not?
Abdul,
Don't look
answer,
to the
answer.
wait. No,
Where is the? Where is the?
wait one second.
Why we
Wait
are
one second.
adding the?
Don't look.
Okay,
Don't look to
listen,
the
listen,
translation.
listen.
What does
Okay, I'm going to go
without
to
no
Quran.com.
no go back go back go back.
Quran.com. Quran.com. Hold on.
No, we go back. Go back to what you.
Quran.com. Where is Quran.com? Let's see. Hold on. Quran.com. Let me find it. Find the website.
It is a translation.
No, no, no. Yeah.
So you
You
can.
see, I'm asking
It
about
is
the
a
translation. You
translation.
refuse to answer. Listen. It says in Arabic, قل هو الله أحد. Okay, translate. Say,
No,
He,
you translate it. You
Allah,
translate it.
one. Is that a sentence? See, He, Allah, one?
قل هو الله أحد.
No,
قل
no.
هو الله أحد.
Yeah, but
Yes.
it's no, it says, say, He is Allah, one.
One. Yes. قل هو الله أحد. Yes.
Okay. If
Say
okay,
Allah is
guys,
one.
did he agree? Did
Yes.
he agree? Did he agree that one is ahad as one? Okay, I will go with this. Say he is Allah one. Does that make sense?
Listen. Listen. You know the Arabic. Listen. You know the Arabic language is
Uh-huh.
very every every Arabic word is has a lot of
A lot of shit.
meaning. A
Listen,
lot.
listen. Here it says, okay,
It is very
why
rich.
they are adding the because the verse doesn't make sense with the word one alone.
That's not true. That's
So
not
they
true. But
add, yes,
because
they add
no, that's not
the even though it is not there.
okay.
So if
Okay.
Allah,
Can we
if
go to
Ahad,
the?
listen,
Can
listen.
we go?
If
Can
Allah
we go
is,
to the second
listen,
one?
listen.
Can we?
If Allah is,
Can we go to the second
no,
one?
no, we cannot go. Hold on. If Allah is description for Ahad is description for Allah, then we say Al Ahad.
No,
We cannot
that's
say
not
Ahad.
true.
Okay, so why you're adding the here?
Listen, shall I tell you something?
No, don't tell me
Without the
something.
Quran,
Don't tell me something.
wait.
Don't tell me something.
Without
Why
yeah,
you are
without
adding the? Why you are adding the
wait,
before one? If when we
one
add the,
second.
guys, when
Wait.
we add the, that means not in the
Wow.
Quran, correct?
Without the Quran, yes.
Okay.
Without the Quran,
No, no, no,
you
no. I'm
didn't
not
have
saying without Quran.
li-
Listen, listen. The things between the bracket.
without.
Do you agree with me that the
You
translation
don't let
here,
me talk. You don't
anything
let me
between
finish.
anything between the bracket is not in the Quran? Do you agree with me?
Do I agree with you?
Yeah, that anything between the bracket and the verse is not in the Quran.
Um, I don't know.
What do you mean don't
I
know?
cannot say yes or no. I don't know.
Huh?
قل هو الله أحد. Yes, yeah.
No, no. It says here, there's a bracket, oh Muhammad. Does the verse says Muhammad?
No,
Does the verse says peace upon him?
no,
Does the verse says that?
no.
Thank you very much. So let us read it without all those words. Say, he is Allah one.
But if you read it, okay, wait. If you read it in English, of course it's gonna sound different than in Arabic.
What sound
But
different?
if
No,
you
no, this
listen,
is Arabic. Abdul,
if you're gonna
you
translate
said, you
Chinese, wait,
insisted,
if you gonna
you
hey, if you're
insisted,
gonna
listen,
translate,
Abdul,
if
you
you're gonna
insisted that
translate,
the word
wait, no,
ahad,
no, 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 no.
you
I'm not gonna let you
insisted
talk.
ahad
If
mean
you're gonna
one.
listen, if you're gonna translate a Chinese word or a Chinese book, you're gonna you
I'm not
must
translating, I speak
maybe add,
Arabic.
wait,
Arabic is my
you're gonna
first language. Listen,
maybe
listen.
you're gonna add some
Okay.
words. Maybe you're
All
gonna
right, all right. Show me where in the
yeah.
verse says the. Nowhere.
In Arabic.
Yeah?
In Arabic, you read it like that.
No, you
Yes.
have to say
Shall I tell you
al-ahad.
something?
Look, see here,
Listen,
look. Allah,
without
look, just to show you, look,
the
just to show.
Quran, without the
Allah,
Quran,
L,
yes.
do you see L?
Wait,
You see the letter? A-L, this is that.
can you let me finish or not?
L,
Without
L,
the
do you see L?
Quran,
Do you see here L? Do you see it? L.
you know what I'm gonna say. You know what
Do you
I'm
see
gonna
L?
say.
Do you see the letter L? Two letters. A-L. L mean the. Here now we are fine. So Allah al-Samad. You cannot say Allah Ahad.
No,
If
no, no,
if
no,
the
no.
word
That's not
Ahad
true.
mean
Not true.
if the word Ahad
That's
mean
not true
one.
what you are saying. Allahu as-Samad. Allahu as-Samad. That's
Yeah.
not true what you are saying.
See,
Yes.
because now as-Samad is this adjective of Allah. Then
Not
we have
Samad.
then we have
Allahu
to add
as-Samad.
L. We
That's
have
not
to
true.
add L. Abdul.
No,
Okay,
that's not
can
true.
you invite
No,
somebody to speak Arabic? Why you don't invite Fifi Farid?
listen,
Invite Farid. Why you don't invite
you
Farid?
don't. If you see the L, you don't have to use the L. That's
We
not true.
have to. We have
That's
to.
not. That's not true.
Any adjective we have to add L to it.
Listen, and this is what I want to say to you. Without the Quran, yes, the Arabic countries, yes, the Arabic grammatica wasn't even there.
Oof.
The Arabic grammatica is there because of the Quran. Yes. So don't say,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
you know that and I know that.
All right.
You
Okay.
know that and I know that.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. You know
The
what?
Arabic
You know what I
language,
don't know.
the
Listen.
Arabic grammatica,
All
the
right.
Arabic
All right, Malik.
grammatica
All right,
is
Malik.
there because of the Quran. You know that.
I am.
Or not? Do I lie?
Malik, you silence me, man.
Yeah,
But
you know that I speak the truth. Without the Quran, the Arabic grammatica wasn't even there.
okay, so you
The
are
Arabic
saying,
people didn't have any.
so you are saying the Quran is perfect,
Yeah.
right? Correct?
Yes,
Right.
Alhamdulillah. Yes,
So
of
why
course.
Aisha, she said the Quran is messed up?
We're gonna change the topic.
No,
First,
we
we're
are
gonna
not.
listen.
Hey, guys,
This is
is
the
it you?
description of Allah. This is the description of
Is it
Allah.
you a second
Go
ago?
back
Is it
to
you a second ago?
Surah
You said to me the
Ikhlas.
Quran is perfect. Here we go. This is Aisha
Yes,
speaking. She said the Quran is full of mistakes. But a second ago you said, oh, the Quran, there is no grammar. You know, Aisha,
you
she
know
said,
that. You
Aisha,
know
yes,
that.
Aisha.
You know
Here we
that.
go. Here we go. قال, you claim you speak Arabic. قال سألت عائشة عن لحن القرآن. Do you know what does that mean?
Just give me the numbers of the
What
so I can check it by myself.
There's no the. Don't add the same as in the
There
previous
is.
verse. So here, this is the website. Open it from your side, so we can laugh. You claim you know Arabic.
What's the website? What are you talking
This is
about?
the official government website of the Kingdom of
What
Jordan.
government? What government? Give me a hadith, a Sahih Bukhari
And this
hadith.
is
What are you
the
talking about?
reference. This is the reference in the front of you. Aisha, she is questioning why the Quran is full of mistakes. And she is mentioning as an example some verses in the Quran. And she asked even the Caliphate, Uthman, she said, aren't you going to fix it? He said, the Arab will fix it with their tongue. Read it. أن عثمان لما رفع إليه المصحف قال إن فيه لحنا وستقيمه العرب بألسنتها. It have a lot of mistakes, but don't worry, the Arab will fix it with their tongues. This is
Yeah,
Uthman.
yeah, that's true.
Uh,
That's true.
Guys, a
That's
second
true. Yes.
ago, Malik, he says,
Wait,
without Quran, there is no
wait.
grammar.
Wait. 1 second. 1 second.
Hold on, hold
Wait.
on. Is it you who
Yes,
said
you
to
hold
me,
on. You hold
without
on.
Quran, there is no grammar? It turned to be the Quran
Yes.
itself is the book of error.
Wait 1 second. Can I explain or not?
You want to explain now why it's full of error? A second
Yes,
ago, you explained to me already.
I want to explain it. Yes, I want to explain it. Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. If you stop talking and let me finish, yes, without interrupting.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very much. Listen, the Quran, yes, is a living, it's something living in our hearts. We can throw every Quran in the sea. Tomorrow we're gonna have a new Quran. Do you know a Christian guy that knows the New Testament? Only the New Testament from his heart. Give me one guy on YouTube. Show me one guy on YouTube, yes, that knows the New Testament from his heart. Memorizing.
Hold on. You see how stupid you are? Our book,
You are
Abdul,
you
Malik,
are
Abdul, all your
the
book.
New Testament.
Shut
I
up.
didn't say the
Shut up.
Bible.
Hold
The New
on.
Testament.
All your book,
You know what?
all
The
your
four
book,
Gospels.
all your
Give me
book,
the four Gospels.
all your
Give
book
me the four
is
Gospels.
not
No,
even.
give me one.
Shut
Give
up.
me one guy that know only the four
Listen.
Gospels.
All your book,
Only the four Gospels.
is
Yes.
not even half of the index of the New Testament, not the Old Testament.
The four
All your book
Gospels.
together.
Give me only
So you see
the
how
four
small your
Gospels.
book. Secondly,
Okay.
you are saying you recite, but you cannot even read. Okay, recite for me the Quran. Go ahead.
I can recite the Quran.
Yeah.
Without knowing the Arabic language.
All right. Recite for me. Recite
That
for
is the
me.
miracle.
Recite for me
That is the
Al-Baqarah. Recite for
miracle.
me Al-Baqarah. Go ahead.
I don't know the whole Quran, but I know some of the Quran.
Okay.
But
So
I
Abdul.
know
So
people
now
in
we
my
are
I know
reciting.
people. I know Salaf. I know Salaf people.
Singing the
They know.
Quran. The Quran is written in a form of rap, so it's easier to memorize. And you beat the kids when they are kids, and this why if
Now we
if
are
somebody
beating
convert to
kids.
Islam, hold on.
Now
Can
we
you
are
show me? Can
beating
you show me one
kids.
person? Hold on.
Now we are
Can you
beating
show me one
kids.
person? He convert to Islam when he's adult. He can recite the Quran.
Yes.
Okay, give me one. Bring him here.
For sure. I know enough people.
Bring me
I
one.
know enough people.
I challenge you. You're a liar.
They
I
were.
challenge you. You're a liar. Even.
I swear by Allah.
Listen.
I know
I will give you
people.
example.
I don't say.
I will give you example. Ali Dawah, he asked apostate prophet to recite the Quran. Can Ali Dawah recite the Quran for me?
I don't know if he can recite the
He
whole
said
Quran.
he used to be
I
atheist.
know for
Listen.
sure.
He said
I know.
he used to be atheist and then he became Muslim. Huh? Okay. So
Yes,
now he
yes,
became a Muslim after he became an adult. All right. Can he recite the Quran?
yes.
Not even a single verse.
That's not true. I don't believe it.
Okay.
What you are
Do you
saying?
know Sheikh Uthman?
Yes.
Do Uthman knew how to recite the Quran? He's a sheikh.
I don't know if he's a sheikh. I don't know if he's a sheikh.
Okay, hold on. No, what
But
do you
I
mean?
know him from YouTube.
They call him Uthman. Ibn Farouk,
Yes,
Sheikh
I know him.
Uthman. They call him Sheikh Uthman.
They gave him maybe the name sheikh. I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. Let us see.
But I know enough people. They weren't Muslim, and they were 40 years and became Muslim, and they know
Listen.
Al-Fatiha and Ikhlas. The
Okay.
little chapters they
The
know
son.
by
So
heart.
now we
The
discovered
little
that
chapters they
Uthman.
know by heart.
We discovered that Aisha and Uthman they witnessed the
But
Quran.
we're
Is a
gonna
stupid
jump.
book. Listen to this
Now,
video.
how is it
No,
that such
wait.
a big sheikh,
Wait.
somebody who is portrayed
No,
to be,
we
Shut up.
listen.
you
Shut
know,
up.
We're gonna go
mashallah,
to
he
Ikhlas
is
or
a
not?
mujaddid of his time, somebody who is, Allahu Akbar, such a big sheikh with huge Arabic books behind him, mashallah, and he's
Abu Kutub.
Abu Kutub, Allahu Akbar, Allah, Abu Kutub. So after I came across a view, I thought to myself, this is a bit interesting. And
Masters in Arabic.
Master in Arabic. Master in the field of hadith. I gathered up to about 100 mistakes.
Wallah, the nature. Can you just explain about the nature of the
Now,
mistakes?
the nature
When you
of
say
Not only he do not know how to read the Quran, he is adding words that not exist even in Arabic. There's words are not exist in the Arabic language. Look at the name of the video. Salafi Uthman ibn Farouk. What a joke. Everybody recite the Quran. All right. So Malik, let's go back to zero. So as long Aisha and Uthman, they agree that the Quran is full of mistakes. How we can fix the Arabic Quran now? I showed you many mistakes, and even Aisha, she mentioned to you many of those mistakes. Like I can show you here in front of you. See, she mentioned to you as an example, "Inna hadani lasahiran." This is stupid Arabic. She said too, "فأصدق وأكن من الصالحين." That is stupid to say. إن هذان لساحران إن الذين آمنوا والذين هادوا والصابئون. This is a mistake too. So if Aisha and the Muslim scholars agree, and Uthman himself agree, that the Quran is full of errors, how in the world you can follow the Quran? How this is the book of God? Allah do not know how to speak Arabic? Let me guess. Allah is from Pakistan. Allah maybe is from Pakistan, and he do not know Arabic. This is the Baghawi. This is the interpretation of Baghawi, the master of the tafsir. And here it says, all of those are aghlat, mistakes, and the Arab, they were making fun of the Quran. Do you see it? Look what Aisha, she said. فحكي عن عائشة رضي الله عنها وأبان بن عثمان أنه غلط من الكتاب ينبغي أن يكتب والمقيمون الصلاة وكذلك قوله في سورة المائدة. We should not say المقيمين الصلاة. We should say والمقيمون الصلاة. Aisha is saying that. But this is what the verse is saying. She is saying that we should not say this and that and that. And Uthman, he says, إن في المصحف لحنا ستقيمه العرب بألسنتها. فقيل ألا تغيره. He said, they said to him, in the Quran there's a lot of mistakes. He said, the Arab will fix it with their tongue. They said to him, you will not fix it? He said, leave it, leave it. Haram, haram, we cannot fix it, haram. Hey, Malik, is that a Christian prince lying, or this is what it says in front of you? You claim you know Arabic. Huh? Don't you want to fix it?
Listen, wait. Listen, the Quran, yes, in that time, in the time of Uthman ibn Affan, yes, they didn't had the doubts, the doubts under, and it was without.
Listen. What do you mean they don't have a doubt? They just said in front of you.
Wait,
they just said to you, they have a mistake in the Quran. It's in front of your eyes. Yeah. Stop lying.
But wait, there was always a solution. Why? Because they learned it all by heart.
What does have to do with the question? But you are learning but you are learning Quran with bad Arabic. There's mistakes.
What is better? What is better? Something known by memorize by a lot of people? Yes? Or wait, you can laugh, but I know the Quran is perfect. Yes?
Okay, listen. Maybe you Muslims, I will go with you. I will go with you. Yes, you Muslims, your religion based on the Quran and the Hadith. Do you memorize the Hadith?
I didn't memorize the Hadith.
But the Hadith is more important than the Quran. Hadith is more important.
That's not true.
All the teaching of Islam is in the Hadith. Okay, hold on. Where in the Quran says pray 5 times? Nowhere.
But listen.
What listen?
Our Prophet.
Okay, can you recite for me the Hadith saying pray 5 times? Can you recite for me the Hadith praying 5 times?
Our Prophet.
So you
Our
see,
Prophet, peace be upon him,
okay, where in
told
the
us
Quran it
of
says
the
Prophet
Quran.
peace be upon him? Where it says in the Quran Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him?
What?
You said peace be upon him.
Yes, we
Where do you
say
get?
that.
Where
We
do you get
say
this
that.
from? Where do you get this from?
From the Hadith.
Recite the hadith. Go ahead.
I don't know. I'm gonna search it for you. I'm
So
gonna
you
search it
so
for
you do
you.
not know Islam because Islam. You see, I told you Islam is in the hadith, not in the Quran.
That's not true.
A second ago, I said to you, all of your religion is in the hadith. You said no.
And the Hadith
But you
is
keep saying,
our
peace be upon him. The Quran says, Allahu yusalli ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Not peace be upon him.
yes.
Allah pray on him. Even Mimi Hijab, he says, pray
That's
to,
not true. That's
pray
not true.
for, not to.
That's
Guys,
not true.
is it Mimi
Give
Hijab
him the
says, it mean pray
salam,
for, not
and
to?
that's not true.
Pray
That's
for?
not.
Guys, isn't it Mimi Hijab, he says, it's mean pray for, not to?
Wait. What is that? What is that word?
Salah.
Yeah.
Is the word Salah mean pray?
Can you go to the classic Arabic encyclopedia?
I thought the Quran is the book of God. It's the best Arabic.
Can you go to the meanings of the word salah?
Yeah, the meaning of
Can
Salah. Here
you
we
go?
go. I will
Show
ask.
us.
I will ask Prophet Muhammad. Is that okay? Here we go. I will type the word
Oh,
Salah. I will type the word
yes.
Yusalli.
But wait, by the classic Arabic.
Classic for sure. This is Hadith. Abdul.
No. Wait. No. We're not gonna play that game. No. You go to the
Here we
site,
go.
yes?
This is what the word Salah mean. Mean pray. Look.
That's not true.
Yes, pray. Salah. Here we go. You are Yusalli. Yusalli. You see it? Yusalli. Yusalli.
Can you go and
Salatikum. ويصلي
show us the meaning of the word salah?
Guys, I have an auction. I'm going to sell Malik for his on sale. Who wanna bet?
You gonna show
Who wanna
us?
start with 1 cent?
You know.
Malik is for sale. With all his knowledge. I'm telling you, if you buy Malik, he is really
You
full
know
of
that the word
information.
salah has a lot of meanings. You know
Okay,
that.
give me the name
The
of Salah.
word salah
Give me
has
the
a
meaning
lot
of
of
Salah.
meanings.
Give me the meaning of Salah. Don't give me a speech.
Show us. You have the screen. Me not. Show us on the screen.
Show you what I just did.
No, that's not true. You didn't do that. Go and show us the word salah and the meanings of the word salah.
All right. Let us see.
Show us. You're not gonna do that. I know that.
You
Because
wanna bet? You wanna bet?
You are finished. You know that.
I'm finished?
Yes, then you are finished.
Okay. I'm sorry, man. I don't
Show
mean.
us.
Why you finish me? Okay, here we go.
Not like that, but then you know.
You finished, boy. Okay,
You're
this is
gonna
your
show us.
Muslim. This is your Muslim website. Explain what salat mean. Here we go. It says salat mean prayer. Why you are lying?
I don't see anything.
Read it.
I see a black
Okay.
screen.
Now you will see it. Okay, no problem. But don't hurt yourself after you see it. Okay. Salah refer in Arabic to word used to describe a prayer.
Which site is this? Which site is this?
My masjid. My masjid.k. Let me give you a link. Hey, wait, let me give you a link.
My masjid. My God.
Yeah, this is a Muslim website. What's wrong with you?
Can I give you a site?
What does salah mean? Do you see it? Definition. Salah is the word used for Islamic prayer. Do you see it? Most often used, salah is used to describe obligatory 5 daily prayer for the Muslims. You're a potato.
Can I give you a site?
Apologize.
Can I give you a site?
Okay, give me a site.
Okay, wait.
Don't come with it.
What?
Don't come with the site. Just give me the site.
1 second.
It's going to take you forever to search.
No, wait 1 second.
all those who participate today, we will have we have a give open box at the end of the today, and we will give you Malik as a gift. You grow him, you take care of him, he can teach you a lot of things. You will never regret feeding him every day. All right?
I'm a good guy, I know.
I know you are a
So
good
don't
guy, but
worry.
the problem, some cities don't
Yeah.
allow people like you to be there. You know,
Why not? Why
Yeah.
not?
There's a limit of the city. You know, there's some kind of things you can't grow in the backyard.
Ah,
Uh-huh.
okay.
What is the site? All of this to look for a site? You could not find one site saying Salah means something except a prayer. You see how stupid you are?
Almani.com.
What?
Almani.com.
Give me the website. Post it.
Almani.com.
Give me the website.
What did I say? Almani.com.
What Almani? There's no such a thing. Give me the website.
Yes,
Abdul,
Almani.com.
give me the website.
Wait, I will give you. Wait.
All right.
If I read the chat, wow. What a people, really. Wow. What a people. Crazy.
All right.
Wallah, they are crazy. Wallah, they are crazy.
I know.
And they say we are inspired by the Holy Ghost.
Sure. This is why.
By the unholy ghost.
This is why we laugh at
By the
Muhammad.
unholy ghost.
This is why we laugh.
Unholy ghost.
This is why we
Unholy
laugh
ghost.
in the Quran.
My God.
Why you are not giving me
Unholy
the
ghost.
dictionary? You said
But-
I am the one. I am the one is scared to show it. Right?
I don't curse. But if someone say
I'm not saying you
we
curse.
are
You said.
we are
You said.
inspired by the Holy Ghost, but if
Hold
I
on.
read the chat, wow.
Abdul, don't stop complaining. What the word salam means?
Yes.
Give me the dictionary.
I send it on the chat. Almani.com.
Al-Ma'ani. Okay. So now you
Yeah.
agree with this website, correct?
I didn't search the word. I didn't search the words, but I will search now the word.
But I am saying, do you agree with the website?
Wait 1 second. You can also go to Fushad. Wait. You hear me or not?
Potato. This is the
Yes.
website you gave me. Apologize and call me your master.
Yes.
Yes, read it. This is the website you gave me. Salah mean prayer.
Wait 1 second.
You see? You see here it says? Salah. Salah. Huh? Are you blind? See it? In Arabic. And this is, I translated the page in English for everybody to see. Do you see? Prayer. Apologize. This is the website you gave me. And this is the website in English as it is, without my using software to translate. Here we go. Apologize, Abdul.
No, I'm not gonna apologize because
You
I
are a
know
liar.
Salah.
You are a liar. Here we go. Here we go. This is the meaning.
Salah,
Guys, what it says? What it says? Salat. What salat mean? Look. Salat. What salat mean? Prayer. Why you are lying? Huh?
I don't lie.
You did. You said to me. You said to me,
Wait,
salat does not mean.
Wait. Wait 1 second.
Okay. What do you call a Friday prayer? What do you call a Friday? What do you call a Friday prayer in Arabic?
The Friday. Jumu'ah.
No. You said Salatul
Yes,
Jum'ah. Salatul Jum'ah.
Salat Jumu'ah.
Thank you.
Yes.
So what salat mean?
But that is pray.
Yes.
Blessing.
So what the word yusalli mean?
Wait.
So what the word yusalli mean? Salah, salat, salat. You see it?
Okay.
Salat. So what the word
Wait.
yusalli mean?
Can I show?
What the word
Okay.
what the word salli, what the word yusalli mean?
Okay. You have the screen or not?
I have it, yeah.
Do you have the screen? Okay.
Don't you see my screen?
Can you go to chat? Can you go to Chat GPT? Why you left? You also use why? You also wait. You are using sites. You are using Google. What's wrong with
I'm
what
using
is wrong
Muslim
with Chat
website.
GPT?
I'm using Muslim. Okay, you want to
No
go to
matter.
chat LGBTQ?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, tell me what
Go.
the chat LGBTQ says. Go ahead.
Go. Show us.
No, you tell
Do you
me.
have Chat GPT?
No, tell me. I want to.
Do you have Chat
You
GPT?
read it first. You read it first.
Do you have Chat GPT? Yes or no?
You know, Google have it. Here we go.
Okay. You know what? Go to Google.
All right. Okay. I just
Go
did.
to
Here we go.
Google.
I just did. Don't scream at
Okay.
me.
Wait.
Scaring me now.
Only type.
I'm scared. Look
Okay.
what it
Can you
says.
type?
Here we go.
Okay. Can you
It
type?
says.
Wait.
The word salah.
Wait.
I
No.
just
No.
searched
No.
for
No.
salah.
No.
I
No.
just searched for salah. You told me to go to
Can you?
Google.
Can you
Salat,
go to
guys.
search?
I type salat
Wait.
meaning. Shut up. Salat meaning.
Okay.
Google. Okay. It says a ritual prayer of Muslims. Apologize.
Yes. No. I'm not gonna apologize. Can you go above again to search?
Let's go out.
You know.
Let's get out of here. Enough monkeys for today. So in dictionary, it means a prayer. His dictionary, he gave me the website, it means a prayer. In a chat GBT, it means a prayer. A chat LGBTQ? Kamala Harris a chat. Malik, you are so funny. So Malik, you know, my brother, we found where the sun set. Thank you very much. And when the Prophet said the sun set in murky water, Allah knows best what he meant, brother. Obviously, he's an idiot. Hey, Prophet Allah, how you know this, man? Huh? How Allah, Prophet Muhammad, he knew where the sun set. That's amazing. All of this without going to university. He was just riding his donkey. If he's riding his donkey and he was able to see where the sun set, what will happen if he ride a horse or a camel? He can see farther. Huh? Malik, he cannot explain this hadith. You know, this is experience. What, Malik, you want to be back? Come on, Malik. When you give a chance to other scholar, you are not the only scholar in the world. Oh, Malik, he insists he want to be back. Why, Malik, want to be back?
We're not gonna jump. You go back to Google.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I go back to Google. I just okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
Can you read for me? This is Google.
No.
What? No.
Can you type for me? Can you type something for me?
Okay, type for you.
Yes. Go above.
Why you don't type it yourself? Why you don't type it yourself and give me the website? No, type it yourself and give me the website. Type it yourself.
Why? So I'm gonna give you
Let us take another
one
Abdul.
word. Can you type one word?
Come on, the sunset in murky water.
Come on, Mister.
You, Mister.
Can you only type? Does Salah also means praise?
Can Salah
Can you
also
type that?
Can also Salat mean praise?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it can. It can. I will explain to you. The Muslim to duct tape the stupid Quran. They say it can.
Type it.
Okay. Listen. If I go with you now, hold on.
Yes, go with me.
If the Salat mean blessing,
can also Salah mean praise?
Okay, hold on.
Can you show it?
Mean a praise or a plus blessing?
Blessings, praising.
No, choose
blessings.
One. Is it both?
Blessings.
You said praise.
Praise is like blessings. Don't jump. Don't.
What the heck? You said a second ago.
Can you type?
You said a second ago.
Can you type?
Mean a praise.
Can you type that? Can you type? And Salah also means.
Okay.
Blessings.
Listen. Okay, so when Allah,
for us.
Okay, hold on. I will go with
No,
you.
no, 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 no,
No, no,
no,
no, no,
no.
no,
Just
no,
type it
no,
first.
no.
No, no, no. Just type it.
Malik, you are the winner. You are the winner. Okay.
You
Go,
see, you're gonna jump.
go.
I
Check
know
your side.
that you're
Hold on.
gonna
So
jump like
when Allah
always.
He pray,
Go
when
to
Allah, hold
Google.
on. When Allah He pray,
Go to
what He,
Google. No,
when
no, no,
Allah He
no, no.
pray, what He is doing?
I
He's,
know you're gonna jump.
hold
I know you're
on.
gonna
No,
jump.
we are
Go
not.
to
We are
Google.
not. We are not. When Allah
Okay,
He
show
pray,
us first. Go to Google. Listen.
don't give me a headache.
Go first.
When Allah He pray,
Can you go?
He gave a blessing. Allah He gave a blessing, right? When Allah He pray.
Can you go? Please. First, we go to Google.
Okay, we
Yes
have
or
another
no?
guy. Hold on. Let's take another Muslim. Truth. Are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me? It's
I'm
good.
here.
Yeah, I'm not Abdul. I'm not Abdul.
I thought you were a
had
Muslim.
I had one quick question about a stupid verse in the Quran.
No. We don't want to
You
change
would...
topic. No, later. Maybe you can come.
Okay. I'll
Do
come
we have
back.
any
I'll come back,
Muslim?
don't worry.
Do we have any Muslim? We want a Muslim, Abdul. Do we have any Muslim Abdul beside Malik? Malik is the only Abdul we have here, sadly. Malik, by the way, he have certificate from the elementary school of Islam, which mean he is more educated than Prophet Muhammad. At least he knew how to write, how to read. Is that right, Malik, or I'm making things up? Huh?
I give you 1 minute. If you don't do like what I asked for it, then I go, and I wish you all the best and all
Okay.
your audience.
Just get out of here. Potato. The sunset in murky water. Yeah, Allah, he, his experience, the sunset in murky water is experience. I like this experience. Do we have any Muhammadan from the experience land? Muslims, they experience a lot of things, right? As an example, shaitan take hair from their anus. What a nice experience if you are a gay. You can have somebody to play with your anus anytime you want. Just to pray to Allah. Do we have any Muslim here when I tell us his testimony about shaitan playing with his anus? Testimony. Anyone want to testify that truly what Muhammad said is true? That shaitan, he play with your anus. Anyone? Because if not a single Muslim, why we don't have one Muslim, he can testify in the internet, in YouTube, that really he witnessed that shaitan, he take hair from the anus when he pray. Shaitan, not only he take hair from the anus of Muslims, he straight the hair first, and then he put it, and he will not stop until he make the Muslim fart during the prayer. Is that right, Abdul? Malik? In fact,
the hadith says,
by the way, Malik, your name is the name of Allah. Just to let you know. You are going to go to hell. Your name is Malik. Allah's name is Malik. So, brothers, sisters, Islam is very serious. And there's many scientists around the world, they found how serious it is.
when you give the adhan, the shaitan, he not only runs, but the hadith says, lahu durat. You know what durat is? Durat is, he runs, and as he's running, his fart comes out. Lahu durat. I'm not making this the hadith. So that shaitan made me do sin. Get up. Yeah, just get up. Just give the adhan. right? That shaitan, you're gonna make him leak some serious gas.
True.
Serious gas. So you go into the toilet, Bismillahi Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal khaba'ith. So Allah protect me from these devils. You go in there with your left foot. The left foot you went in, you get a reward for that.
That's
the
it.
dua you said, shaitan will not see you.
Invisible.
You're in the toilet, shaitan can't see you anymore. That's in a hadith,
Yeah.
right? If you don't say the dua, what
Yeah.
happens is the shaitan not only comes inside, but the hadith of Tirmidhi says he plays with your bowels.
Do we have any Muslim can witness that shaitan really do that to you? Either Muhammad is a liar, or you Muslims have to testify your experience about shaitan playing with your anus. Who is a Muslim can witness that this is truly happened? Anyone? Any Muhammadan can witness? Me myself, I believe this is true story. Muslim, he, his target, there's a big conspiracy against Muslims. This filthy shaitan, he leave the whole world, Buddhist. I mean, how many Buddhist anus in the world? He don't go there. What about Hindus? He don't go there. Jews? No. Christians? No. Atheists? No. Muslims? Yes. He Muslims. Shaitan, he target your anus and he play with it, but look, subhanallah, Prophet Muhammad, he gave you the cure for this problem. You enter with the left foot, brother, and you say the prayer. The second you say the prayer, nobody can see you. Even your mother-in-law. That's why a Muslim, when he go in the bathroom, he says, nobody know, nobody know. Nobody knows. Nobody. Hey, Muslim, don't rob a bank, huh? I mean, I think in the bank they can see you. Don't you think so? So don't think like if you make the prayer and you enter with left foot to the bank, you became invisible. No, you cannot do that. You are invisible only to shaitan if you do that. Shaitan. It's a magic. Huh? True story. Prophet Muhammad, he never lie. Any Muhammadan? What is this potato perfect dawah? The second I say to him, here we go, we have perfect dawah, he run away, the coward. Any Abdul? Any Muhammadan? Any Sarsur? يا صعاليك العرب. Who is a Muhammadan would like to come to the stage? Guys, I think I need to change the name in Discord for my stage now because it's in Arabic. So is it okay if we close the Discord for a second and we will open it again? Is that all right? So I will exit Discord, change the name, make it in English so we can get, English audience, because now people, they see Arabic, they think this is just Arabic, So let me close Discord and come back in just in a second. I will be back in a second. All right? I forgot to say inshallah. Unbelievable. How I can do that? You cannot even close or open without inshallah. I know a guy, he have 10 kids, he forgot always to say inshallah. That's why he have no kids. None. Okay. Islam let us see what make it why Christians lie about Islam. That will be more attractive. Hold on. Huh? Okay, that's better. I think this is a good fishing bait, I called my Discord, Why Christian Lie About Islam, huh? Let us see how many fish we will get. That name is more attractive for marketing business. Am I heard, guys, in Discord? You hear me? So what if you hear me? You guys are weird. Do you guys hear me in Rumble? Do you hear me in Rumble? Am I heard? What? Look like my video on Rumble is not going. What? Hold on, hold on. Did my Rumble video go live or not? Oh, it's going, it's going. It's okay. All right. All right, all right, it's working. Any Mohammedan would like to join us? Who is a believer in Allah and his so unique prophet, the one who did not know how to write, how to read, but he wrote the most amazing book in the world, where we learn technology, physiology, so any logic you want. Oh. Any Muhammadan? I don't see any Muhammadan. I know, you know, guys, I want to know really how Muhammad was able to make such an amazing book. Do you think that he was able to write it because Aisha, she was helping him, she was 6 and she is so smart? Because it's not easy. For me, I tried to write a book like the Quran. I could not even write one page like it. You know? The Quran saying that even if the genie and the human beings, I like beans by the way, but not the American one, they make you fart. Even genie and human beings, if they gather together, they cannot make a verse like it. Any Muslim here agree with that? Huh? Who is a Muhammadan agree that nobody can make Quran like it? I'm not convinced. Look at this verse. Allah challenging. I mean, this verse is so stupid and so dumb. Imagine, guys, there is someone, he is God, and then he challenged the cockroaches and the rat to make something like his book. Because a human being is what to Allah? If Allah is God, you know? I mean, aren't you stupid? You challenge people like you. You don't challenge a human. And if we make a book like it, you will see it's like it. Copyright, copyright. And not only that, this verse is located in the chapter of Al-Isra, which means when he went up to heaven. We find these stories exist in many other religions, about a guy flying in the top of a flying donkey going up to the sky. But remember, you cannot find like it. And not to forget, if we go in the Quran, we will find the ant is making Quran. Who? The ant. No way. Yes, brother. Look at this. In chapter 27, verse number 18. Who is making this chapter? The conversation is between Solomon and Ant. So who's making the Quran? Who's the author of this story now? Mrs. Ant. There's Ant in your band? Stop moving. till when he came to the valley of the ants. We need some suspense music. Da-da-dum, dum, da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da-dum, the valley of the ant. Until when he came. No, we need to make it something serious, you know, so people will fear Allah. Till when he came to the valley of the ants. One of the ants said, suspense music in the background. Just imagine. What the ant said, close your eyes and imagine an ant is talking for the first time to Prophet of Allah. MashaAllah. What she said? She said, oh ants, oh no. One ant, she said to the ant, oh ants, not aunties. Enter your dwelling. Listen, Solomon. What is killing me? How she knew the name of Solomon? I mean, okay, she's an ant, she can talk. But how in the world she was able to know his name? Hey guys, do you think if I go in the street and an ant, she see me, she say, oh ant, enter your dwelling, lest Christian Prince smash you. I am thinking, I think this ant was either she was a spy, maybe the IDF, you know, because this is a Jewish story. I'm sure the IDF is involved in the story. Somebody leaked information, the same as they did leak information from Netanyahu office. They leaked information before Suleiman trip to the Ants Valley. They told him, what? Suleiman is coming. Who Suleiman? Stupid idiot. Suleiman, the guy who have a flying carpet. Hello? The Jewish guy. Okay? If you know any member of Hezbollah, tell him to hide. So look like those hands, they were Hezbollah party, you know. So they heard that the Jews are coming, the IDF of Suleiman. According to the Muslims, Suleiman, when he he ride in a flying carpet. The length of it is 2,500 miles only. I mean, that's so simple, you know. And his army is occupying the massive flying carpet. He put there his camels, his horses, etc. So when the ant, she said that, Suleiman, he heard her. He was what? Amused. Okay, hold on. I will, maybe many of you do not know what amuse mean. I will show you. Just to give you an idea, in case you do not know what amused mean. Those are people who heard the Quran. And when they hear the Quran, look, this guy is amused. Hold on. Do you see his face? He's amused. Oh, that's deep. This guy, his hair is standing because he recited the Quran. This guy, I mean, fake videos, you know, just to make video, to make people watch it. What he's doing? Okay, hold on. Look at this woman. This woman, she react to the Quran. Look, she have, what she have? Look at her mouth. Whoa! And she's a Catholic. I mean, you can tell she is a Catholic. Hello? So this is what happened to Suleiman. When he heard the ant, he was amused. Not used. Okay? Look, this guy is amused too. Oh. This guy is amused about everything. She's amused again. And she's a Catholic with 20 kilograms of makeup. She's amused too. Both of them are amused. This guy is amused too. Wow. This guy is not amused. Oof, 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 oof. What happened? Man, what a bunch of scammers just to get a click. So, like, you know, just imagine somebody, he is now going to react, but now, by the way, he's reacting now. I mean, what a scam. People have no shame. So who want to react to this verse with me about the ants speaking? By the way, the ants are deaf and they are mute. And Suleiman, in order to know what the ant is saying, he have to speak the language of the ants, which is vibration or chemical. Any Abdul? Anyone? Who wanna react to the Quran? Who wanna open his camera and open his mouth for us? We will make you famous. Any Abdul? No Abdul. No, Sarah, I will not take you now. I want Muslims. I don't want ex-Muslims for now. Sorry. Any ex-Muslim, sorry, any Muslim here, not ex-Muslim. Sarah, she wanna join the stage. She's ex-Muslim. We want someone to have her. I want somebody to be amused. You're not amused. What I would do with you? You already left Islam. That's it. I want a real Muslim who is amused with the Quran. I'm amused. Allah, He said, who can make Quran like this? Nobody. I mean, I have to be the most stupid person ever to make a book like this, and people will not die laughing at me. So imagine I start writing a book, says Prophet Solomon flying in the flying carpet. When he is up in the space, I hope Elon Musk will not hear me about talking about this, you know, because he might convert to Islam after he hear it. Please don't share the video with Elon Musk, huh? Actually, if I show you the true story of Suleiman, you will not believe it, how beautiful it is. Very touchy, very, very touching. Do we have any Abdul want to join us? The true story of a Barfoot Suleiman. All right. Suleiman, Allah taught him the language of the birds. And we gave him all things, like what? Everything, anything. He just used imagination. And then we gave him control of the wind, flying carpet, you know. The journey of this by the morning is 1 month journey. By afternoon, 1 month journey. Let us read a little bit about the story of a Barfoot Suleiman. Sheikh Tabarasi has narrated that Shaitan had made for Suleiman. Who did made the flying carpet for Suleiman? Shaitan. A brasang, long platform of gold and silk. What the heck? And also made a pulpit in the middle of the platform, full of gold, which he used to sit, and around him there were 3,000 chairs. Big, huge flying carpet of gold and silver. In those days, brother, the Prophet used to sit on the golden chairs. Ulama, which means sheikhs, they sit on the silver. Around them all the human. What about the gold chairs? You said there's 3,000, you know, golden chair. Hello? Around them all the human and shaitans. Shaitan and genie, they stand up. The bird, they shade them with their wings. You can imagine how much shit is coming in the top of Solomon at that time. The breath of Sabah carried it accordingly to the capacity of the sky for 1 month from morning to evening, and another 1 month journey every morning. Hold on. Suleiman, he ruled every man and every jinn and every Satan and every devil and every bird and every wild animal. Man, the kingdom of Solomon. What is the name of the cartoon about the animals? I don't know. I mean, there is many possibility here. Let us see. Oh, we found some information here. I'm trying to use images so you can understand the situation, because many of you are not educated and your imaginary is not working good. All right? Those one of the soldiers team of Suleiman. It's just an example, sample. This is other one. Yeah. Okay. Suleiman have a kingdom controlling all the animal in the world, wild and not wild. All right. Look, those here. I mean, this is an amazing story. I don't know how many of you will convert to Islam right now. I hope not too many. You know, it's not my purpose, by the way. I apologize from your family if you go back home now and you decide to take Shahada. All right. So Suleiman, he have control of all the animals in the world, especially the wild ones and not wild ones. All right. And here we go. Let me introduce Suleiman for you. This is Suleiman. All right. This is the Prophet Suleiman. If you are wondering now what is going on, they are discussing, like they are debating about what the benefit of bones. You know, the dog is saying to him, "Hey Suleiman, I like bones with meat." He said, "We agreed about boneless, you idiot, for me and the bones for you." So yeah, this is I mean true story. Okay. If not me, what you would do without me? You would never know how a Prophet Suleiman looked like. This guy is a fox, the one in the top. This is his cousin. This is Foxy. The reason he is redhead because he is from Omaha, you know, from Utah actually. You know, he's a Mormon. The brown bear. This is a guy he go always in Apostate Prophet channel. I don't know if you remember his name. This is a grumpy guy. Is the guy who always call me name. His name is Malik. You see him, the red one. I don't know if you see him. Yeah, the fish. This is the fish which carry the earth and the top of it. I hope you understand the situation. All right. Here, oh, look at this one. I like this one. I mean, I wish I can go back and be a kid again. What the heck is this? This is so fun. What happened to you? Ah, this must be a sheik of the goats. Ah, old sheik, old sheik. All right. I mean, what we can say, true stories, all those, you know. Yeah. So we go back to the story. Any Muslim have a comment? Anyone is amused or not yet? All right. So he command all animals, all creatures, shaitan, genie, everything. Suleiman army was about 100 parasang. What is that parasang? 3,500 mile long. So small. Only 25 parasang, which means this number or word used for carrying or for measuring 3,500 miles, were a human. 25% of them, they were genie. Another 25%, they were desert animal. Desert animal? You animal. Hold on. Like what? Desert animals. Okay. Oh, wow. Guys, look what we are talking about now. Things is getting complicated. Unbelievable. Okay, desert animals like this is a he live in Texas. This is a frog. This is a frog desert frog. Yeah, those true stories. What else? What else? Huh? Look, those are desert animal too. Man, yeah, a scorpion. See, all of those are under the command of a prophet Solomon. All right, 25% are birds, chickens, you name it. 1,000 houses of a glass. Glass? Look how romantic this man. He liked to have sex with his wives, and same time he enjoyed the sky. Solomon, brother, close the curtain. No, you idiot. I am in the top of the pulpit. Nobody can see me. In the top of the pulpit, which is in the top of the flying carpet, which is flying in the sky. 1,000 houses of a glass on the flying carpet were made above the wood. In them, 300 wives and 700 slave girls. Oof. Suleiman used to order strong wind to lift the house and order soft wind to move the house slowly. You know, I don't know how many times I did read this story, but each time I read it, I find it so funny and hilarious, and I laugh as if I am reading it for the first time. Hold on, hold on. Look at this here. There's a story here. The servant of Suleiman and his household and his army, his accountant and his scribe, they used to sit on the roof next to each other. What? Islam, brother, Islam. This is a very, very nice religion, you know. Yeah, you know, and at the edge of the roof. Yeah, like you know, like you see them always in the street, in the top of the you know, the electric wire. Okay, and then also used to be with him having large vessel in which at time 120 camel could be cooked. One cook, one vessel can cook 120 camel together. And those Christians don't want to believe in the story of Islam. All right, all right. I mean, what 100 camel? Not too many, to be honest with you. Let us be serious here. 100 camel in one dish. In front of their wire was a ground for the guard beds where they used to grass. Sheep were busy cooking, artisan busy with their craft, and the horses were tied in the front of him. The bisat, which means the flying carpet, was a flying. The bisat means a flying carpet. So the carpet was a flying. All of this happened when he's flying. One day, he traveled to the outskirts of Shiraz. Where? Shiraz in Iran, almost in Afghanistan, toward Yemen, and passed on Medina. Look at a long trip, man. He traveled from there, okay? And when he was in the top of Medina, he passed by the place of the last prophet. He said, what a good person. He can see Muhammad there without even being born yet. On seeing Sulaiman Kaaba, he started whipping. Why you don't stop and give it a kiss to the black stone, you idiot? And they ask him, why you are whipping? Huh? The Kaaba said, Kaaba said, O Creator, one of your prophet and his people passed by me. Oh boy. The Kaaba was crying, not him, sorry. I never thought that the Kaaba is so emotional. I can guarantee you now that the Kaaba is a female. Who wanna bet? The Kaaba, she just saw Sulaiman in the flying carpet in the top of her. She started crying. She could not hold her emotion. Very emotional moment, you know. I'm telling you, just this is so true story. And Allah asked the Kaaba. Allah asked the Kaaba. What, Allah don't? I thought Allah knows everything. Why Allah is asking the Kaaba? The Kaaba said, he said to her, Kaaba, why you are whipping, huh? Allah asked the Kaaba, why you are whipping? Obviously, Allah knows everything. The Kaaba said, oh Creator, one of your prophet and his people passed me. I feel sorry for the Kaaba. Neither did they stop nor perform prayer. She's upset. Horrible. They ignored me. And the polytheists have kept idol around me. How sad. Allah said, don't lament. Very soon I will fill your land with worshippers. True story. Anyway, to make the story short, I want to go to the end. Where is the end? Do we have any Muslim would like to join us? I mean, I don't know. I made the topic why Islam is the only true religion. Still, the Muslims are not coming. In Discord, I call it why Christians lie about Islam. Still not coming. Any Abdul? Anyway, to go to the story of the ant, we have to skip a little bit. Man, this website showing me 3 letters. I want the ant. Suleiman passed by the valley of the ants. Miracles of Suleiman. Ibrahim narrated that when the wind raised the throne of Suleiman at Ibrahim and reached the field of the ants, from where the silver and gold come out. There's where silver come out. There is one valley of Allah where silver and gold are grown. Yeah, they grow. I mean, you put some silver down, a tree will come of gold and silver, you know. Yeah, it's a grow there. They grow it. And he protected it, Allah protected it, which means the gold and silver, with the weakest creature like ants, with powerful army. If powerful army want to enter it, he can't do so. Any Abdul? Hey Muslims, are you afraid I have an army of ants with me? Seriously. Is that why you don't want to call me? Hmm? Why? How my Arabic live stream go? It was okay. We have Abdul from the followers of this Shia guy. He will contact him to challenge me for a debate. Any Muhammadan? I'm truly convinced with your religion. All those stories are true. I mean, if we read the story, it's amazing. This is why when Allah in the Quran says, no genie and no human can make Quran like this, he told the truth. But in fact, Allah, aka Muhammad, is copying legends which exist in a previous legend books, Legion of the Jews. Those stories the Jews they used to teach to their kids. You can go right now and search for a book. It's called the Legion of the Jews. The book is there online for free because it's an old book. And you will see all those stories is coming from where? Muhammad is a liar. I don't have many Arab friends, do you? No, I don't have many Arab friends. But I notice always your questions are very silly. Is that like you are like this by birth or it was an accident? Do we have any Muhammadan? Phil, change your name and come to the other name. The one you come with usually. Any Muhammadan here? If you are a true believer in Allah and His Prophet and His stories in the Quran, please put your hand up and don't worry, Allah will take your side with you. Anyone? No? Well, look like the Muslims are. You see, Muslims they go and they want to debate people who do not know much about Islam because there they can survive. I wish you guys Arabic so you can watch my debate with this previous guy who was here in Arabic. He's a Shia. It's hilarious. If you hear what he said, you will not believe it. Crazy people. Literally crazy. Try other social media platform. Well, I don't know. I mean, you see, my experience with other platform is horrible. Anything you say, they will say to you it's against our guideline. Like YouTube is way better than others. And we have it in Rumble too. Thank you, Dennis. Do we have any Muhammadan would like to join us? Come on. I feel like converting to Islam today. Anyone? We should talk to this guy in Hollywood, Didi. I think Didi will like Islam. What do you think, guys? I never heard of him before, by the way. His name is Didi, right? Let's see. The Arabic debate have real-time translation? No. But maybe I will see if there's an option to turn like like English translation to the conversation. I will see. I need to check how to do that on YouTube. Some they say it can happen, but I have to do it like you can watch it offline. So I will see how to do it. I never saw how this works. Any Muhammadan? How sad. The only Muhammadan we have here is Malik. And Malik is gone. Closed caption. I will search it. Or you can just post, you can post my videos, or my Discord link. And the one, who like to come, he come here. So you said you are using Snapchat. Use my videos. You can shorten my videos and post them there too. No, Malik is not here. Malik is unhappy now. Malik is very sad. You have a very strong knowledge in Islam. Very embarrassing knowledge. Yeah, perfect Dawah. Supposedly, I said to myself, perfect Dawah is here. I don't know if you know who's perfect Dawah. Let me remind you. He was here all the time we are talking in Arabic. And then he put his hand up. But I think this guy is stupid. He did not recognize that he spoke to me before. So the second I start talking in English, he escaped. This is the potato perfect Dawah. Let me show you. Who is he? This is him. The bald guy. He has zero knowledge of Islam and he claimed that he knew. The Quran wife beating. Perfect Dawah. This guy too, which we went to his channel, the coward. He start banning us one after one. There's perfect Dawah and David Wood. Let us see. I don't know even how they say we want to debate this guy. I have no idea why. This guy, he know nothing about his religion. He is just a fraud.
Hey everybody, today we're debating who is Muhammad, and we're starting right.
But I hate your Bible and I hate your religion. I love you, but I believe your God was stupid. I can't say I love Christian, but I demonize them and say they all
He just, he makes stupid speeches. The second you ask him about his religion, he will give you the most stupid answer ever you can imagine. Anyway, you can watch Perfect Dawah with the Christian Prince. And then you will see what happened to him. Horrible. He was able to survive with David Wood and Apostate Prophet. But with me, as usual, he end with smashed potato. Oh, I found a video remix. Hold on. This one is made by But I hope there's no music. They might flag us for the music because I know you mad. He use music. Uh-oh. There's a music. This is a video made by you, Mad.
In Arabic, which word is has been used for cut and hand?
What?
Or chop and hand?
No, go ahead and enlighten us.
Yes, it's
He's asking David Wood in Arabic which word. And he don't speak Arabic, and David Wood don't speak Arabic.
At means has many 32 times has been used in Quran with many different meanings.
What?
The most sacrificial. So it doesn't matter who are you. The most taqwa is in Arabic, but
I don't know if you noticed what the video he's saying. He's trying to teach Arabic to apostate prophet and David Wood. All right. This is again a video made by you, Matt. I will post the link for you. You can watch it. So he is schooling them in Arabic.
Can interpret it as sacrificial, okay, for that Allah's way.
Yeah, somebody told me that in the chat your name is Perfect Dawah.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Perfect Dawah. As long you are a person who do perfect Dawah, can you read the verse for me in Arabic?
In Arabic, no, I have read it in Persian.
So how you can do perfect Dawah without knowing how to read your book?
Okay, because I read it from different translation. And
so perfect
and
Dawah.
Even if
so now even your understanding of the Quran, even your understanding of the Quran is based on a translation. I left you up from your tail and your head is down. You can't escape me. I'm Christian Prince. So I want you to answer. So those who believe in such a thing, are they stupid, you think?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, that's when you are stupid because this is in the Quran.
No, this is not.
It isn't. So the hadith. Okay, hold on, my friend.
Let's say Islam is barbarian.
Perfect dawah, my friend.
Yeah.
So you are saying that the one who cut hands and feet in the hadith, barbaric, he cannot be Muhammad, correct?
Yes, definitely cannot.
Okay, what if I show you that you are stupid and this is in the Quran? Listen, perfect dawah.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a last opportunity to fix all the poo-poo you did today. You know?
Okay.
I want you to use the best detergent to wipe it out. I mean, this guy you mad is really good in making videos. Let me post the link for you so you can give him a like and give him some this is the video. I mean, this guy, he was smashed with me, but with the David Wood and apostate prophet, he want to teach them Arabic. He don't know Arabic. He don't even know one Arabic word. He don't know even how to write one letter in Arabic. But as you see, with apostate prophet and David Wood, he was schooling them in Arabic. And David Wood and his apostate prophet, their head is down. They didn't know what to say. They don't know Arabic. So he was lying to them, giving them false meaning of the words when he himself did not know how to say. I don't even understand what he said when he mentioned that Arabic word speaking to David Wood. I don't know what that word. I never heard of it. Any Abdul? You can watch the debate here.
Not against Allah. You have to understand.
So now we have to understand that this is good thing.
Okay.
You are.
This is hate.
Are you a person against hate?
I'm definitely against hate.
Okay, so
100%.
can you read for me chapter 5 verse 14 and don't waste my time? If I ever have hate, which I don't, to Muslims,
yes,
Allah is the one who gave it to me. And as long as you speak and you said you are against hatred, that's mean you should stand with me against the Quran as we speak. Let us see how honest.
Okay.
You are against hatred. Are you against Allah now, spreading hatred?
No, I'm not against Allah. You have to understand.
So now we have to understand that this is good thing. Spreading hate is good thing now because Allah is the one who did that. Okay, look at your hypocrisy. Look at a second ago you are against hatred. The second we show you that any hatred the Christian they have is coming from Allah. So suddenly we have to understand. Okay, let us make it simple. If I call you a donkey, is that love or hatred?
It is, I mean, this is definitely not love.
Don't give me the answer. If I call you donkey, my friend, don't tell me, definitely not love. Tell me what it is. If I call you, this is hate. Okay, guys, yes, this is hate. So if Allah he used the word donkey, speaking about us, he is hating you. See, you are the one who said to me, if I call you a donkey, this is hatred. And Allah he says that those who carry the book, they don't understand them. They are donkeys, and not only that, he says they are animals. There's a chapter. It's called a chapter of An'am. He says that those Christians, those Jews, they are the same as Al-An'am and worse, which means they are the same as animals, and they are even worse. What you say about that?
Yeah, Allah talks about kuffar as well. You know, He says
it doesn't matter. I thought this is hatred when you say to people like this. I thought this is hatred.
Okay, yeah, Allah says that He hates the kuffar, those who oppress at it.
Your prophet, he ordered to kill all the Christians, all the Jews.
No, it's not all. No, never. Allah says that only fight those who fight you. Those who fight you, and fight as long as they fight.
Okay, hold on.
That's
read the verse where it says those who read the verse where it says those who fight you.
I have read the verse.
Did your prophet kick all the Christians and the Jews from the Arabian Peninsula? All of them?
No, he didn't do that.
Okay, let us see.
Okay.
Read with me.
Yeah.
And apologize like a puppy for being a puppy coward, liar.
Okay.
Read it.
Yes.
Here we go.
Read what?
This is your prophet saying, if I was victorious, I will kick all the Christians and the Jews from the Arabian Peninsula. It's in the front of it's in the front of your eyes. It's in the front of your eyes.
I said that I'm in the front. It's a hadith, yeah?
So what if it's a hadith? What your prophet said?
Okay, I told you that a hadith that goes against Quran.
Shut up. This is not against the Quran. The prophet, he says, the prophet, isn't it the prophet? He said, the Quran says, إنما المشركون نجس, those who they are Christian, Jews, and others, they are najis. They are not allowed to enter Mecca. They are not allowed to enter the Medina.
Just Mecca. They are not allowed to enter Mecca.
You are a liar. We are not allowed to enter any of what is considered the Holy Land. Now read the hadith.
No, this is not the Holy Land.
Read the hadith. Read the hadith. Okay. Are you saying your prophet here, he don't understand Islam and you understand Islam?
Yeah, it is. There are lots of fabricated hadiths. That,
well, this is not fabricated. The only fabricated is you. Here we go. This is your prophet. It says Sahih.
They say, yes, of course, they say.
So you Muslim, you lie. So you Muslim, you are a bunch of liars. You say it is authentic. In the books, you say it's authentic. When you speak to Christian, you say it's not authentic to cover as the prophet.
I tell you that there are hadiths that says that a verse of Quran is missing, and they put it as.
Let me ask you. Okay, in front of everybody. In front of everybody. When you are a prophet in chapter 9, verse number 29, he says the Christian they can live only if they pay him money. Correct? And we have to take their land. And your prophet is the one who says attack the Romans so we can get the blondie girls.
No, it is not like that. Okay.
What if I show you?
Show me what?
That you're a prophet, he says, attack the Roman and get the blondie girls.
Hadith, yeah?
So what? Isn't it the Quran is a hadith?
Okay, what Quran now? What Quran says? Quran says that fight as long as they fight. Okay.
No, the Christian first of all, the Christian they never fought Muhammad. Muhammad sent a letter says, "I can convert or else, or I will kill you."
No, let me tell you, if he really did it, okay, then he went against Quran. Okay. Which he didn't do.
Okay, let us focus on this. If Muhammad is against Quran, Muhammad cannot be a prophet. Do you agree?
So definitely, yeah.
Okay, the Quran says you do mut'ah. Then there's a hadith says don't do mut'ah. Do you follow the hadith or you follow the Quran? You are the one who said you are against any hadith contradict the Quran.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so do you do mut'ah?
I don't do mut'ah.
Why not?
Because that was for 1400 years ago. Okay.
Okay, I thought the Quran is made from Allah and we follow it as long Allah he says follow it. If Allah don't want it to be for more than 1400 years, he will send the verse says this is temporarily. Did he say this is not forever? Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. I did not show you one hadith until now contradict the Quran. But you didn't accept it.
Said, you said that there were several hadiths that go and kill, I don't know.
Well, the Quran says go and kill them. The Quran says go and kill them.
No, Quran says that fight against those who fight you.
No,
and
the
as long as
Quran,
they
when the
fight,
Quran speak about the Christians, stop being silly. The Quran speak about the Christians, says those who don't believe in Allah and the last days. So what the problem with them? They do not believe in Allah and the last days. Not because they are fighting you. Listen, stop lying. Okay, read the verse for me. Does it say, because they don't believe in this and this against those? Number one, who believe not in Allah. Number two, or the last days. Number three, forbid what's forbidden by Allah and His Messenger, like eating pork or etc. And those who acknowledge not the religion of the truth. Until now, you see anything about fighting? They are not fighting you. And then he says, if they pay the jizya and they feel themselves subdued, humiliated, then it's okay to make them live.
Those who believe in Allah and what was revealed to you and what was revealed to them, humbly submissive to Allah. They do not exchange the verses of Allah for a small price. Those will have their reward with their Lord. Indeed, Allah
those are the Muslims now. Those are Muslims. Those are Muslims. So you will not kill the Muslims. So the Muslims who believe, those who believe
among Jews and Christians.
Abdul, those are, you are saying to me, those are Christian, they believe in Muhammad, correct?
No, it says that they believe in Allah and verses that has been revealed to them. Allah means God.
Abdul,
okay?
no. Stop being stupid. Stop being stupid. This is about people who believe in Muhammad. Those who don't kill them. So now whoever don't believe in Muhammad, we kill him. The verse in front of you.
It says that, and indeed among the people of the scripture.
Yes, indeed, among the people of the scriptures, people believe in Muhammad.
Okay. So
you're stupid.
So all right. So let me teach you.
I want you to teach me something. I want you to teach me something. As long as you understand the Quran, as long as you understand the Quran, and the Quran say things which is amazing, right? So I wanna ask you something amazing in the Quran. The Quran says that Allah He sent hail from mountains in heaven.
Okay.
How is that?
He sent what?
He sent hail from mountains in heaven.
Which verse says that?
Chapter 24, verse number 43.
Okay, I have to read. Chapter 4.
See, I'm taking advantage because you are a person who knows this Quran very well. You are a big scholar, which is unique
Chapter
to find
4.
online these days, you know? Yeah.
Verse?
43.
43. So, I just read it. It's talking about the rain and hail coming from the sky.
It says this is what it says, really? You're a genius.
Yes.
It says, okay, listen. Somebody told me that in the chat your name is Perfect Dawah.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Perfect Dawah. As long as you are a person who do Perfect Dawah, can you read the verse for me in Arabic?
In Arabic, no, I have read it in Persian.
So how you can do Perfect Dawah without knowing how to read your book?
Okay, because I read it from different translation.
Remember, he was teaching David Wood, an apostate prophet, what the word in Arabic mean. And he was trying to sound like he speak Arabic. He knew that David Wood and the apostate prophet don't speak Arabic. So there, he is an Arabic scholar. Here, he is a potato. Next, any Abdul? Anyway, you can watch this video here. I will give you the link when you have time. We made him shish kebab. He was here, by the way, but he ran away, the coward. Very, very trashy person. He reminds me of Nader Ahmed. But Nader Ahmed is more annoying. Like he is like the guy who hold you from your pant, and you know he step on your foot. He's like very short, holding you from your pant. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. And the second you look at him, you run away. Do we have any perfect hero here? Huh? Perfect Dawah. So now even your understanding of the Quran, even your understanding of the Quran is based on a translation. What translation you read?
I told you I read different translations.
Listen, okay, that's not the question.
Many different
What translation you accept?
I find, look, for example,
Okay, I have a translation. I have a translation.
You will notice, because they are scared, he will not say which translation he accepts. Because he's afraid if he say, I accept this, then I will get him busted, you know? So they try to dodge the question, avoid the embarrassment by not giving an answer. He read multiple no problem. What translation you accept? He will not tell you. He's terrified.
Translation, stop playing games. You are not a perfect Dawah. You are a perfect kid.
Okay.
Read for me what is in the screen. It says, he sent down hailstone from the mountains in the sky. So your God, he explained how ice is formed. He claimed that there's a mountains of ice in the sky, and Allah, he break it and he sent it down to hit us with it.
Okay. Look,
is that a true or false?
All right. It's not written. It is in Persian, which I have read it. Okay. I have to read it in other English as well. Different translation.
Abdul, I don't care. Your name is Perfect Dawah.
Okay.
Your name is Perfect Dawah. A person who claimed that he have knowledge in order to do dawah, you have to have knowledge. God is a stupid God. وَيُنْزِلُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مِنْ جِبَالٍ فِيهَا مِنْ بَرَدٍ فَيُصِيبُ بِهِ مَنْ يَشَاءُ. Translate. Go ahead, Mr. Perfect Dawah.
Translate. I told you that. Okay. Look, I have to this verse. I have Arabs who Arab speaking. I will talk to them.
Call them right now. No, right now. No, right now. Call them right now. No. Right now, call them.
But remember, in the beginning, he was what? He was schooling David Wood, an apostate prophet in Arabic.
Do you know in Arabic which word has been used for cut and hand?
What?
Or chop and hand?
No, go ahead and enlighten us.
Yes, it is qat and yad. Qat.
What? I never heard of this word before. I never heard ever by. What the heck is this? This is Arabic now? What he's saying? Any Arab can tell me what he's saying? This guy do not know a single Arabic, but now he is schooling David Wood because he knew they don't know Arabic. Like, do you know David Wood? Do you know? David Wood says no. Okay, tell us. You know, I don't know. No. Yeah, he knows. I hope I did not cause you to lose your hair and your tail.
Do you know in Arabic which word has been used for cut and hand?
Cut and hand?
Or chop and hand?
No, go ahead and enlighten us.
Yes, it is qat and yad. Qat means has 32 times has been used in Quran with many different meanings. With the most sacrificial. So it doesn't matter who are you. The most, taqwa is in Arabic, but I can interpret it as sacrificial.
What?
Okay, for that Allah's way.
Yeah, somebody told me that in the chat your name is Perfect Dawah.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Perfect Dawah. As long as you are a person who do Perfect Dawah, can you read the verse for me in Arabic?
In Arabic, no. I have read it in Persian.
So how you can do Perfect Dawah without knowing how to read your book?
Okay, because I read it from different translation. And
so Perfect Dawah. Even if you understand it, the Quran, even you understand it, the Quran is based on a translation. I left you up from your tail and your head.
Any Abdul here? I mean, come on, don't worry. What will happen? Huh? This guy, he jumped like a monkey from David Wood to opposite prophet to this guy. He debate all the Christians. He stopped by mistake to talk to me. He have no idea what will happen. Any Abdul? Low IQ people. Who is a Mohammed and would like to join us? You want to debate only David Wood, an apostate prophet? Not me? Oh, you Muslim must be so strong. You debate strong people only. Huh? Yeah, I mean, seriously, what will happen? I mean, Israel smash you, America fought on you, and Russian ride on you. I don't know what worse than this. And Christian Prince, he destroy your God and your prophet. It's the end of the time for Muslims. Just count it. What worse can happen? Listen carefully. If you debate me, according to some shun, I have relationship with the Mossad, I will send you a pager. Who is a Muslim would like to debate me and receive a free pager from the IDF? I'm serious. All right, for free, lifetime service. IDF approve. Anyone? Hassan Nasrallah, he was Allahu Akbar, we will defeat you, and then a few days after he said, okay, please, we want to stop fire, cease fire now, Abdul, you are a hero, what happened? And then the Israelis refuse, and they spank him. They send him 14th floor under the ground. I mean, those Israeli men, how you can get a guy 14th floor? Me myself, I could not do it. I get a guy, Hamas, a 13th floor. IDF get them 14. I have a limit. Sorry, not more than a 13th floor. Any Abdul? And the funny, each time you beat the hell of them, they claim victory. A Muslim never lose. Are you kidding me? When I was a kid in the Middle East, today we have celebrating the fight with the Jews. Okay, sir, isn't it this is the day we lost Jerusalem? I mean, supposedly the Arab. He said, yes, still we have victory. Who? Abdul, how we lost Jerusalem and this is a victory day? I mean, they just lost Jerusalem. They occupied Jerusalem before, and now Jerusalem is taken from them, and they claim victory. Okay, today we are celebrating 1973 war. Okay, sir, isn't it this is the day the Jews, they took almost half of Egypt and half of Syria, and God knows how much of Lebanon? No problem. Still we are celebrating because we were victorious. Like, what the heck? Those people always celebrate victory. Have you ever heard of somebody, a Muslim, debating somebody he did not have victory after the spanking? Ask Malik or ask Perfect Dawah. They are always victorious. Any Abdul? Perfect Dawah, huh? A perfect idiot. Not a single Muslim. Looks like we are out of customers today. What I will do? And look at those terrorists who they took over Syria. They don't dare to shoot at the Russian. The Russian, they have a major base on Syria. They don't dare even to fart at it. They don't, Israel, they took more than 120 square kilometers after they took over. After those terrorists took over Damascus, they did not even dare to say, Israel, stop, please stop. He don't dare to open his mouth. He is a hero, the leader of the terrorists, on the Alawi. But in front of the Jews, in front of the Russian, the American, they have two major bases in Syria. He don't dare to open his mouth. Potatoes, they know their size. They knew if they shoot one bullet at Israel, Israel will make them shish kebab. They learned from Hezbollah. They learned. We are here to teach you. Any Abdul? Yeah, hit like for CP. I like you, my friend Dawah. What are you talking about? You are insulting them now. You are saying hit like for CP. Do you know how much energy that will take from them? Huh? What's wrong with you? They will attack you now for saying that. There's a group of Arab, my cousins, they wanted to commit suicide. And they decided to do it drowning in the sea. So they told the guy, a sailor, to take them in his boat. They arrived to the middle of the sea. He told them, okay guys, it's time for you to commit suicide, to jump in the water. But they are lazy. They said to him, can't you drown the boat? Like, seriously, you want them to jump, you idiot. They are lazy, you know. They cannot even stand and jump to the water. They want him to drown the boat. They don't want to move their ass. Can't you drown the boat? We cannot move, sorry. All right. Yeah. Any Abdul? How many lazy there are here? A lot. Not everybody, come on, for sure, you know. Otherwise, nobody will have kids. You know. Imagine you are lazy in everything. I don't know. That would be horrible. Any true believer? All right. Look like we are out of customers, and therefore we will not continue. We have enough for today. If you speak Arabic, we have a previous debate before this one with the Shia. All right, you can watch it, and I will see how I can activate the subtitle in English so you guys can listen to it. I will search online to see how I can do that so you guys can turn the subtitle in English and do that. So I will do search for it as soon as I log off here. All right. Did we have a good time? One question. What is the easiest, fastest way to enter heaven in Islam? Well, I mean, according to Muhammad, you say Shahada and you kill some Christians and Jews. That will give you extra penis. If you like endless penis, you know. For me, I don't like it endless. Sorry, you know, I'm seriously. I mean, I'm worried about it. I get ticket maybe. Like, you never know. Like, and then what? Joe Biden is gone. He will not burden my penis. So after I commit a crime with my penis and hit somebody eye or maybe head, or those celebrity who cry for Kamala, you know, like, you know, you hit them somewhere like with your penis. It's endless penis. It's endless. Allah, He said so. So how I'm going to fix it? The burden of Biden is gone. And then Kamala Harris with the burden by what has been, you know the thing, you know. I mean, how in the world those people become president and vice president? This stupid country is weird. Those Americans are really stupid. I mean, we're talking about the Abdul. You are more Abdul than any Abdul. How in the world Joe Biden, he became a president? And how in the world you want someone like Kamala who cannot even say 2 words correctly? By the way, yesterday I was white, today I'm black. I'm going to go for president. All right. If I travel to India, I'm Indian. If I go to Thailand, I'm from Thailand. I mean, look how even they change their color, they change their skin, they change their ethnic. And nobody noticed. Are you going to make another video about Hindu? No, I cannot. I mean, don't you see the police, the Indian police are going to arrest me? What's wrong with you? They arrest me, they take me to India. I will eat curry for eternity. Is that what you want for me? Don't you see the guy, the post he made? They are going to file a case against me, and Joe Biden will send me to India, and then I will be jailed in the Curry jail, huh? And then what? Like, you know, I have like Krishna, 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 you know? Yeah. Give me a break. I'm scared to talk about the Hindus anymore. And then what's his name? The monkey god, what's his name? Don't talk, insult Sadhguru. He's protected by the monkey god. What is his name, guys? I forgot his name. Hanum? Hanumad? I don't know what his name. Hanum. The monkey god? Is it enough the monkeys I witness every day? Malik was here a second ago, gorilla. I do not need more monkeys. So I get rid of Muhammad, the monkey god come to me. Here we go. And look at his tail. His tail was so long, man. I scared the hell of me. I mean, without tail, I'm not done with it. Hanuman, yeah. The monkey god Hanuman. That's deep. You know. I know too. I don't want to be involved with monkeys. I mean, I saw them in the videos. They steal phones, they steal the sandwich. Thank God we don't have monkeys here. Otherwise, you cannot even leave anything in the backyard or in front of your yard. Even you put your clothes in the laundry. You know, you get out the monkeys are wearing it. Crazy, crazy. I'm telling you. You know. How Joe Biden signed the Islamophobia law? Let him sign whatever he wants. We will spank him and the phobia he have. They are stupid people. Islamophobia. Cowards. Yeah. They are trying to protect the faith of Islam. You know, they are the most hypocrite, those Democrats, the most hypocrite liars ever. Like actually, in the previous video, there's a guy, he said to me, CP, stick to Islam. I cannot come here if you speak against Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. How you are an immigrant, you support Trump? Like, what the heck? Because I am an immigrant, I will never support Democrat. Those people, they are destroying the country. I did not come to this country to find a garbage country. I came to this country because supposedly it's a better country. They are opening the borders for every criminal, every scumbag. All countries in the world, they have borders. And if somebody wanna migrate, they choose the best doctors, scientists. What American they do? They choose drug dealers, prostitutes. Even they are sending kids with their parents. I mean, I make babies, and then I send them to America. Do you see how stupid those Americans is? And their own citizen, they are sleeping in the street. Our own American citizens, they don't have houses. You go to Los Angeles, you will find 1,000 tents in every street. You go to Philadelphia, you go to New York, you go, I mean, just 2 days ago, a migrant who is a criminal, he set a woman in fire and he started watching her. He burned her alive. And they say, migrant, we have to protect migrant. But who is going to protect the American? Nobody. Not Joe Biden. So you American are lucky that Trump, he won the election. But the problem with this country is not solved. 4 years from now, we do not know who's going to be the president. We might have another scumbag like Joe Biden. Wicked. And then he switch everything backward. Right? This is the bad thing about America. Trump, he built the wall, almost finished. They get him out by cheating. And then Joe Biden, the filthy Joe Biden, he was sitting the wall. Can you believe it? He's sitting the wall. And not only he is saying it for nothing, to make money from his pocket. I like DeSantis more than even Trump. This guy, you hear his news, what he did. He go after them. The same he did with Disney and all the garbage they have. DeSantis is the man. He made his state the best state. But let us see what Trump will do, and let us hope and pray and vote next time, so we will not have another garbage like Joe Biden is the most wicked person I saw in history of America. Wicked. Very filthy wicked. Very disgusting. My friend, don't you see I'm talking seriously now? You want to talk, make Zakir Naik. This is what you are worried for here. You are coming here for just entertainment. You could simply, can you imitate Zakir Naik? This is the real problem now. What's wrong with people? You are like a kid. Your dad is talking. Dad, I want banana. Your dad is signing a deal to buy a house. Dad, where's the banana, Dad? Give me banana, Dad. You know? Think because before you say anything. Use your brain. You're adult. Don't let your tongue run, you know? Otherwise your tongue will run over you. Like Joe Biden, you know? You know the thing. Yeah. Like, I mean, the only good part of Joe Biden is the entertainment. And I saw many videos of Democrat. There's one of them, she said she will not sleep with any men no more. Thank God. All right. We don't want to transform a lot of diseases. I mean, look at those faces. Look at this, man. When you search for Democrat meltdown, you see how much mental problems we have in this country. Look at those faces. Look. This is a hippo. What is that? Look at this hippo. Her mouth, look, what the heck is that? Eesh. Imagine you have a wife like this. God have mercy. What is this? Oh boy. Yeah, there's tons of videos are very hilarious. Yeah, but this guy is my favorite actually. This guy, he thinks he's a scholar. This guy is so good too. Oh boy. The best comedy. This guy is a communist, but he's a millionaire. Bernie Bernie. What is this? This is real? Emotional reaction to Trump winning presidential election? Really? What happened? Emotional? Look at this turkey. Look at this turkey. Look how sad. Man, look, this look like a demon. What the heck? Man. Hold on. I want to watch this one.
There's something about the people.
I don't want the advertising. Hey, give us a minute. What the heck is that? I became interested now. All right, let's see. We don't want to play the commercial. Hey, come on, don't give us commercial now. Okay, hold on. We don't want commercial. Yeah, well, all of them, they have commercial. What we can say? Johannes, are you a Muslim, my friend? Your name doesn't sound like a Muslim. Are you a Muslim? We want a Muslim, not a Christian. Anyway, guys, I guess enough for today with the mad Democrat. Kank on the Israeli-Palestine war. Well, I have, remember this guy, Destiny? Remember him? Go and see how I smoked him. Brave browser? Okay, I will try it. I will search for it. Brave browser. All right. All right, guys. I think we have enough for today. I hope you guys, you have a good time. Leave your comment. And we are grateful for the Lord that He armed us with the knowledge and faith. Both together, they are undefeated weapon. Because if you have faith but you don't have the knowledge, Satan, he can deceive you. For he can find a weakness somewhere and he can lie to you. So I encourage you all to learn, educate yourself in every field you can. Knowledge is power. And a faithful person, a Christian person, he uses his power in a faithful way, which means for the benefit of mankind, not to hurt them, not to harm them. So, as the Bible taught us, to educate ourselves, to read the books, and the first book we start with is the Bible. Because what the point if we are going to teach them how wrong they are, but we do not know how right we are. So we study the Bible, we know our book, and then we study other books, like the book of the devil of Mohammed. So we can smash his head, as the Lord will smash the head of the serpent. So arm yourself, don't go to war without weapon. Only foolish people would do that. You will be demolished. Study your enemy, learn about him, before you go and engage with the enemy. This is how smart soldiers do. All right? And we are here to arm you with knowledge so you can defeat the enemies of Christ. And I will see you soon again. I say, may the Lord bless you. God is good. So is Jesus. I mean to that. And see you soon. Bye-bye.